Good evening. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Appreciate y'all joining. Appreciate y'all joining the live stream. How's everybody doing on this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening? What's up, everybody? What's up? Today is July the 27th, 2025. We are about to begin the new week of trading. So here in a few minutes, here in about 2 minutes, the new week will begin in the crypto market. So we're going to cover that. I appreciate everybody joining, man. What's up, Daryl? What's up, Drip? What's up, For Profits? What's up, Optimus? What's up, Lenny? What's up, Texas Plates? What's up, OL? Appreciate y'all joining. What's up, Tino? Shout out to y'all joining, man. Let me get a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where y'all from. Let's represent where y'all from. And hey, man, the channel's growing. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. What's up, Carrie? Shout out to you. For Profits, you said you've been taking notes. Big dog, I've been feeling like a pro. Keep taking notes. Every time I go live, treat it like as if it's a educational session, okay? Treat it like an education session. What's up, Mudvayne? Shout out to BR in the building, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to you, Lenny. Shout out to Southern California, Daryl. Shout out to South Georgia. South Georgia. Shout out to everybody joining the live stream, man. How's everybody? What's the sentiment feeling like this week? How y'all feeling this week? Do y'all think we're going to break out this week? Or do y'all think we're going to come lower? I want to get the sentiment. Shout out to you, Jantel, Philly in the building. Philadelphia. Shout out to the city of brotherly love. All right. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. What time is it? So it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So the new week has begun. So we just started. If you look at your charts on the weekly candle, the weekly time frame, the new weekly candle has just printed. Okay, so we got 7 days in the week. We are also at the end of the month as well, so it's the last week of the month. So we're gonna look at it. We're gonna get some sentiment. We're gonna look at the price action. What's up, TZ? Shout out to you in the building. Shout out to Northern VA. It's an illusion. You said bullish for Fed week. We're gonna see it's an illusion. Shout out to you. Optimus, divergence everywhere. We're gonna look into it because if y'all don't know, the markets are algorithmic. They kind of leave behind clues on what they want to do. It's for profits. You said I'm signing up for the beginner membership first. I want strong foundation. Okay, let's cover that right quick. For if y'all are brand new. All right, if y'all are brand new and you want some type of educational material to technical analysis, if you like the way that I teach it, if you like the way that I do technical analysis, y'all click the link in the description. It's also in the comment section. That'll lead you to my Patreon. So inside of the Patreon, you get access to the Discord. Inside of the Discord, I got different tiers. Okay, for everybody, everybody's different. Some people just want to go slow. I got videos, which are my lessons. If you want to just be a community member, I got beginner lessons. I got pro lessons. I got mentorship and signals. That's a whole different tier. A lot of people signing up for that. If you're brand new to the signals and the mentorship and you don't have no foundation of technical analysis, we're going to take your time in there. Okay. We're going to take your time. You're going to utilize a demo account. We're going to start off by practicing. Don't just go in there trying to jump straight into making money. Okay. If you don't know, we're covering the futures markets. We're looking for daily opportunities in the markets, okay? But it's also mentorship. We also learning at the same time. So I think we got a good community going, man. It's starting to grow, as y'all can see. Definitely appreciate everybody signing up for that. Also, if you want to get the beginner lessons and the pro lessons, you can get them combined, or you can pay for all access. So y'all click the link in the description. If y'all just joining, man, smash that like button. I got 34 people in the building already, 11 likes. Appreciate y'all joining. Shout out to all my new subscribers. All right, if you're just joining, I'm a trader first, but we get into everything. We're mixing different asset classes. We're talking about crypto, talking about futures trading, because I began my journey trading as a trader. So trader first, started in foreign exchange, then went to futures trading, and I'm heavily into digital assets, cryptocurrency. So you can't lose in any of these markets. Okay. So each market is a little bit different, but same concepts apply. Let me read these comments. Jantel, you said that's how I want to learn. For sure. Do you cover everything in the beginner lessons like you never even heard of? Yes, Jantel, I get you started. It's pretty much straight to the point, okay? It's pretty much straight to the point. Some people want access. Some people want to make money right now. So that's what the signal and the mentorship is. But I'm still in there kind of guiding y'all and coaching y'all through how to go about the process of trading. And then if you don't want to start out making money, I got beginner lessons. It's more foundational. And then I just released my pro lesson. So y'all click the link in the description if y'all are interested. So I got a little mix for everybody. But in my honest opinion, if you want to learn how to really trade, you need a mentor. I had to get a mentor. My mentor been doing this for 30 years, okay? I got 5 years experience, so I think I can share my experience with a lot of people. As y'all can see, as y'all been watching my channel. Y'all see me highlight certain things, and it's not random, okay? It's not random. What's up, Mr. 1413? What's up? Shout out to you, Frozen. He said, timing is everything, boss trader. Your services are needed now more than ever. Hey, that's what I always say, Frozen. Learn this skill set, okay? Learn this skill. All right. So if you learn this skill set, it's recession proof. Okay. The only thing that could stop it from you not doing this is if the internet goes down and they stop the whole system comes down as far as the equities markets, the capital markets, the economy. Okay. Ain't nothing stopping these markets because the trading is going to be reserved for AI and it's going to be reserved for traders and the elites. So this is the perfect time for you to learn how to start your journey in technical analysis and trading. If you're somebody who's working a job and just need to earn extra income, it does not hurt to learn a new skill set. All right. This skill set is low overhead. The only expenses you need is internet, computers, tablets, or in capital. Okay. So if you got capital, if you got a savings and it's just been sitting there in savings, you already know a savings account ain't gonna grow your money. So you might as well start putting your money to work by learning a new skill set. So yes, you right about that. Perfect timing. So if you gotta get started somehow, and don't give me the excuse, oh, I don't have time for it. No, I didn't have time for it, and I made time. All right. I dedicated 5 years every day. No, there's no day in the past 5 years where I have not studied the markets or been in the markets every day. Sunday through Sunday. Okay. I'm in the market analyzing. All right. Shout out to you, Lenny. It's not random at all. Appreciate everybody just joining, man. 25 people in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe. All right. Let me see right quick. Let's look at some price act, or let's look at some markets. Let's see what the prices are in these different markets. Right now we got XRP trading at $3.22. Stellar is trading at 44 cents. XDC is trading at 9 cents. HBAR trading at 29 cents. Bitcoin holding strong, okay? $119,000. Ethereum is kind of breaking out. We might have to watch Ethereum, okay? The Ethereum up to 3,800. It's moving. So here comes some institutional sponsorship for Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be around. Algorand currently trading at 28 cents. We got DAG Constellation at 4 pennies. DAG on the way up, but it still look like it's slightly at an opportunity. So I might have to check that out. We got IOTA currently trading at 22 cents. We got ZBEC starting to move back up. It's trading at 0.004. Okay, under a penny, but 0.004. ICP trading at $5.79. All right, $5.79. We got Sologenic trading at 46 cents. Solana trading at 188. Flare Network, 2 pennies. We got Cardano trading at 82 cents. We got Chainlink at $19. Let me see one else. Let's go look at Quant. Let's see what Quant is doing. See what Quant is doing. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Shout out to y'all just joining. If you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Quant trading at $131. I'm gonna have to make a whole new crypto matrix just for add-ons. Matter of fact, I can do that right now. Y'all, matter of fact, I would rather y'all participate right now. Let's do this right now. I'm gonna create a new chart. I'm gonna create a new layout, and I'm gonna name it Crypto Matrix 3. Doing this live, okay? Doing it live. All right, I'm gonna do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I need y'all participation. I need some participation. Let me pull it up on the big screen right quick. Shout out to everybody just joining, man. Shout out to everybody just joining. We're gonna get into these markets here shortly. Crypto Matrix 3. So this is just some extra. And I need y'all participation. So the first one I'm gonna add quant, QNT. All right. We got a lot of people that prefer all different assets. Okay, so I'm gonna get y'all participation. One second. Let me find it right quick. I just seen it. All right, right there. So the first one is quant. I got 8. So I need 8 new assets. So y'all participate with me. Not no fart coin. Come on now, let's be serious. I'm talking about serious assets, serious ones. So shout out to you, Lenny. Ondo. Let's put up Ondo up here. I need 6 more. 6 more. Shout out to you, Excalibur, SHX. SHX. Let's see what else we got. AMP. Y'all give me some serious projects, okay? Y'all saying SUI. We got AMP. AMP. Which one is gonna be? Let's see. SUI. Let's go ahead and put SUI up there. SUI. Is that still popping? We're gonna find out here in a minute. All right, what's another one? What's another one? Give me serious projects. ENA. Oh well, I never heard of ENA. V-Chain. Shout out to you, It's an Illusion Vet. V-Chain. All right. I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more. Filecoin. AXL. Why I haven't heard of the AXL? Why XLR? Y'all confirm. XLR, is that AXL? Okay, we're gonna put up AXL. Let's put up AXL. AXL. XLR. All right, XLR. See, I can't be in everything. There's no way possible y'all can be in everything. I need 2 more. 2 more. Filecoin. Y'all give me 4. Y'all give me 4. Okay, we need a like a quick poll. Too bad I can't do a poll right quick, but give me 4 digital assets, because I only got 2 remaining. Give me 4 more digital assets, but only 2 is gonna make the cut. I already got Cardano up there. Some It's an Illusion. You said Velo, XPR, ENA. I got XDC, Claude. Shout out to you, Claude. ABT, Bitcoin Cash. Oh my God, Bitcoin Cash. AVAX. 215 sugar free. Shout out to you, Ava. Okay, did I put up AVAX? Let me see right quick. Let's go put Ava up. All right, one more, y'all. One more. Yeah, I need 1 more. Chronos. Something solid. Give me something solid, y'all. Give me something solid. Something real solid that we ain't thinking about right now, like that really is gonna be here in the future. Something solid, okay? And then we can alternate. I'm gonna alternate these every now and then, but something solid. Arch Block. Velo. Did I put Velo up here? I'm gonna put Velo up here, man. I'm gonna put Velo, because I keep seeing Velo. Let's put up Velo. All right, Velo. All right, that's it. So we got Quant trading at $131. We got Ondo trading at $1.06. We got SHX trading at 2 pennies. We got SUI trading at $4.39. We got V-Chain trading at 2 pennies. We got XLR trading at 41 cents. We got Ava trading at 304. Ava looked pretty strong. Velo trading at Velo's trading at 1 penny. All right, I appreciate the participation. Shout out to y'all, okay? Shout out to y'all. So we got 3 crypto matrix. So whenever I go live, we got multiple assets to look at. So we could just skim through these. Also, if y'all want me to do a deep analysis on live, y'all can send a super chat and I'll cover whatever market you want me to. I don't care if it's fart coin or Trump coin. If you want me to analyze something and you're invested in it, send a super chat and we're going to take a look at it. All right. All right. Appreciate the participation. Let me see. I don't have much news today. Okay. So y'all let me know in the chat what's really happening in the upcoming week. I had to go to ChatGPT, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really, if you know me, I don't keep up with all the news, okay? I don't keep up with every piece of news. It's too overwhelming to keep up with all the news. I got to keep up with price, okay? So shout out to y'all. So I asked ChatGPT, you know, give me all the latest crypto headlines with regulations and law. Shout out to y'all in the Patrons as well. I mean, in the Discords, because y'all are always on point, keeping up with this stuff. Y'all got a lot of time. I don't have that much time. But I asked her what's the current news coming up. We got the Genius Act enacted. Okay, Genius Act enacted into law July 18, 2025. This was a bipartisan legislation, provides the first federal legal framework for stablecoins, requiring issuers to back tokens with liquid assets, dollars or short-term treasuries, and publish monthly reserve disclosure. Senate's auxiliary asset framework. I guess they're, I'm not even sure what they're saying with that. A new proposal aims to classify some digital assets outside of securities law, lessening regulatory burdens on startups and favoring innovation. What are they talking about right here, y'all? Y'all let me know in the chat. What are they saying right here? X-Collar, you said the Fed meeting is this week. Yep, we got a lot going on. We're going to look at the economic calendar here in a minute. We got a lot going on this week. It's also the end of the month as well, so at the end of the month, typically they like to jam pack a lot of things in on that last week of the month. So we're gonna get into it. But if y'all are familiar with this, the ancillary asset framework, I'm not sure ancillary asset framework. So y'all can inform me in the chat if y'all are up to date with that. Two major congressional bills in play. Okay, we got two major congressional bills in play. We got the Clarity Act in the House, and a companion Senate version aimed to define digital asset types. All right, reporting duties and standardized disclosure. Some tokens may graduate from SEC oversight by certification. We got Democratic probe on crypto as mortgage assets. All right, so they still talking about the crypto, using it as a mortgage. So why the hell would you ever want to sell certain digital assets when you're going to be able to use that to back real estate? And you know, people, listen, bro, let me tell y'all something. I hate social media, okay? I hate social media. I hate all these influencers because they will lead y'all down the wrong path, okay? And that's another reason to justify why the hell would I sell? Why would I sell like at $20, okay? You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a wealth transfer taking place. So why the hell would I sell myself short for a fake digital asset? And if y'all don't know, them stable coins are going to be backed by dollars, which makes it what? A fake asset, right? It's going to be a fake ass asset. So even though we're going to be able to transact faster, and it's still going to be $1, okay? So you hold the digital asset, you want to save that for eternity because this shit is going to be very powerful. All right. They're proposing to treat crypto holdings as qualifying assets for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac mortgages evaluations, citing stability, risk, and volatility. So they're still trying to figure that out, but I think they're going to get through with it. With the It's an Illusion said they're about to go crazy with the treasuries markets. Hell yeah, print, goddamn it, print. For profits, you said the new American dream is one Bitcoin. It's about to be, yeah, it is. But if you in these other digital assets, I think just the American dream in general will be cryptocurrency. Shout out to the 40 people in the live stream, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Let me see what else. The OECD crypto asset reporting framework, U.S. crypto exchanges might begin mandatory form 1099 DA. So there y'all go. For all y'all people that's doing all that transacting back and forth, they're going to do a mandatory form 1099 filings for trading reporting. So how many of y'all up in here still swapping crypto and, you know, you're trying to do swing trading with crypto? That's why I'm trying to get y'all into a regulated environment where you can swing trade all you want. in a trading environment. But for y'all that are swing trading crypto and you own these exchanges, they're about to hit y'all with that 1099 DA. Okay, so you about to be reporting them taxes every time you make a transaction. Okay, so it's already like that, but it's about to get real. It's going to be way more stricter, especially at the regulations. So y'all might want to consider what y'all doing with all these transactions. Let me see. Not too much. Nothing over the top. You know what I'm saying? We almost at the finish line. So we need to go ahead and get through that finish line so we can get past all this. It says institutional flows increasing amid regulatory clarity. So there y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Institutional flows increasing amid regulatory clarity. Passage of regulatory bills like the Genius has boosted investor confidence. Okay, so we talking about institution. We ain't talking about just retail. We talking about institutions. You already know they're in these markets. Don't let them tell y'all, oh, they ready to get in. No, they already in these markets. They've been in these markets, but now they're moving a little bit more frequent. All right. So with stablecoin supply jumping and crypto firms preparing to launch compliant products. Let me see. So it says, what can we expect in the coming days, in the upcoming days and weeks? So in the upcoming days and weeks, we can expect Congress may pass additional crypto bills related to, Congress can pass additional crypto related bills, including clarity, leading to the final Trump signature for broader crypto market regulations. Regulatory interpretations and SEC rulemakings will follow, especially around token classification, disclosures, CFTC, SEC jurisdiction. So that Fit 21 and that Clarity Act. Okay, so we can be expecting that. I'm gonna say sometime. I mean, August it should be done. Would y'all agree? And by August it should be done, right? We should be out of here in the next coming days and weeks. We don't have no definitive timeline, but we about to be done with this. All right. And then I'm already anticipating price doing this thing. One more, going up another rally. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Shout out to you, Naquan. Yes, we agree. Fannie Mae. So we can be expecting Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac proposal development. So y'all that's into that, y'all stay attuned to that. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get this. Y'all that hold XRP or Bitcoin or whatever y'all hold, we're going to be able to use that for buying houses while the rest of the public, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be on the outside looking in. So they're pretty much developing proposals to watch whether crypto as a mortgage asset is adopted, paused, or delayed. So I don't think they're going to pause this nor delay it. I think they're going to go ahead and move forward with that. Crypto privacy enforcement case outcomes, notable Tornado Cash, Roman. I'm not sure what that's about. They're also monitoring XRP large wallets, on-chain activity. So I don't get into all that. New institutional and bank issued stablecoin launches. So this is a big deal right here. So in the next coming days and weeks, new institutional and bank issued stablecoin launches, leveraging Genius Act allowances. So that shit is law now. It's law. So here we come with the institutions. They ready to play. They are ready to play. We shall see. All right. So that's a little few headlines. Like I said, I ain't got too much news for y'all today. I don't really do too much news. That's about it. So let's go ahead and come over to the charts. All right. We just began the new week of trading. Excalibur, you said Congress won't be in session in August. They'll probably finish by the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. Damn. Excalibur, why you had to break the news to me like that, man? Why you had to break the news to me? You ain't have to break it to me like that, Excalibur. You ain't have to break it to me like that. You said they barely work. Well, they've been getting a lot of shit done as of lately. So why, you know what I'm saying? They tired. Are y'all telling me they tired and they need a break? Is that what y'all telling me? They're tired and they need a break. Froze, you said, keep in mind that the fiscal year for the government ends in September 30th. So Frozen, you saying they got to get it done before September? Boy, Congress be giving y'all hell, man, because they be people be all on both sides of the spectrum, on all sides of the spectrum when it comes to these laws getting passed. Once I seen that Genius law passed, I don't think they hesitating. Okay, didn't Donald Trump say he want to sign them all by August? But we shall see. All right. So let me go out right quick. Welcome to this is XRP. Welcome to the channel. If y'all just joined, I appreciate y'all joining, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying y'all Sunday evening. Hopefully I'm some good entertainment for y'all. You know, I know y'all probably, you know, you enjoy your weekend and then now you're ready to lock back in, going to work and making some money and worrying about your investments. So I definitely appreciate being a guide for y'all. Nate, shout out to you, Nate. Said the real bosses can always schedule emergency sessions. Hopefully, Nate. Hopefully. Lenny, they got to go spend all that stolen money. Jara Boy, Corium. Okay, I'm gonna have to add Corium. I'm gonna add Corium to that list. All right, I'm sitting on the monthly time frame from XRP. All right, so we got 4 days left to end the month. All right, so we're in the third quarter right now. So let's go out to the 3 month time frame. If you don't know, the 3 month time frame is a quarterly time frame. So each candle represents a quarter of the year, the physical year. It takes 3 months to complete one candle. So this is a very long-term outlook. The higher time frame you go, just think long-term investing, okay? But when you go below the daily time frame, then you get into short-term intraday price action where you're not holding, you know, that's more for us traders, swing traders, scalpers, high frequency trading. So anything below the daily time frame, that's day trader territory. So for you long-term investors, this is for y'all, okay? We're looking at a long-term outlook on price, all right? So we got 2 months and 3 days left. 2 months, 3 days left, okay? So this candle that you currently see, the current candle right here, we got 2 months to complete this. So we still got a long time. You know, these days are going by slow. Some days go by fast. But to me right now, at this moment right now, in July 27th, I feel like, yeah, this is going to drag out a little bit longer, okay? And then we're going to go into the fourth quarter of the year. So right now we're in the third quarter. And we got 2 more months to complete the third quarter. All right, so what we're doing is we're currently in a buy program. We are currently in a buy program. So the market does 4 things: consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. And the current profile that we're in is an expansion profile. All right, write that down, take it down in your notes. The current profile that we're in is a expansion profile. We're expanding higher. What are we reaching for? Well, we done took out the previous all-time highs, okay? And now we're still in price discovery. Even though y'all see this retracement, we poked our head above water, okay? We peeked our head above the ocean. So just imagine, like, let's just say that this high right here was the all-time high, the previous all-time high. Let me zoom in. All right. So let me get a rectangle right quick. And I'll place that rectangle right here, right above that high right there, okay? And just imagine this high right here, that's the surface of the water, okay? And below it is the ocean. So we just barely peeked our head above the ocean, okay? We just took a peek. There's nothing out there. It's open water, okay? It's just open, just nothing, universe. All right, so we're still in price discovery. But right now, we're currently just retracing, okay? Like I said, this current candle, we have 2 more months to complete it. So next thing I'm gonna do is, let's go down to the monthly. So from the 3 month down to the monthly, now I'm on the monthly time frame. Every candle takes 31 days to complete, all right? 30 to 31 days to complete, except February. All right, so now we're currently in July. It is July 27th, 2025, and we have 4 trading days left, and this candle will close. All right, 4 days left, and this candle will close. So that's what we're waiting for. So every candle, this is a little hint for y'all that are brand new. If you just don't know the basics, candlesticks, all candlesticks, because this is a candlestick chart, they have an open, high, low, close. Every candle. Open price, a low price, a high price, and a closing price. Bearish candles, they open at the top, they create a swing high, they trade lower, create the low, and then they retrace and close. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, every candle retraces to close. All right. So if this is a monthly time frame, and we already so far this month, we opened at the base of the candle, we traded lower down to a discount, we expanded higher. Okay, that's all that volume. Think volume. When you see large candles, think about large volumes pushing the market. All right, that's a lot of volume pushing this candle higher. When you think low volume, okay, like not much volume in the market, look at the bodies of the candle. Look at the small candles, okay? There wasn't a lot of volume in these candles right here. There was a lot of manipulation going on, but there wasn't a lot of volume. But when the smart money wants to come in, they start pushing large volume and large capital into the market, and then they push these candlesticks wider and larger, okay? So this month we had a large volume month. It's been an exciting July, okay? Would y'all agree? A very exciting July, all right? So far we have expanded higher. We took out the previous all-time high right here from January, all right? We expanded up there, we took out that high, all right? Buy side liquidity. Smart money purchased at a discount, and we went up and they took profit at a premium as traders. Their smart money is also putting on leverage trades. So for you long-term investors, you might not understand that. You have to become a trader to understand that there are larger amounts of capital trading inside of the markets than there are long-term investing. All right. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand it. Y'all might not understand it. So we have 4 days left. So we're on that retracement. Okay. We're retracing back down to in 4 days or sometime this week. Let me look at the economic calendar. So the month ends on Thursday, July the 31st, which is this upcoming Thursday. That is the last day of the month. All right. And then Friday begins August 1st. Okay. August 1st, 2025. So on Friday, we will have a new monthly candle that will print for XRP. All right. So we're going to close this candle bullish. It's going to close real strong, get a bullish close. Now, just forecasting, all right, for y'all in the chat, let's forecast a little bit. When we open up in the next candle, which we kind of can tell what we want to do. When the next candle opens up on Friday, all right, and then we will eventually have 30 days to complete that candle. In the upcoming, after Thursday, in the upcoming month, what's your bias? Y'all in the chat, tell me your bias. Bias is simply direction and price. All right. What's your daily monthly bias for August? We already can kind of forecast it, but what's y'all monthly biases? What is going to be your monthly bias for the month of August? It's an illusion. You said expansion. Rangman, you said up only. Lenny, you said bullish. Shout out for the participation. All right, so shout out to you, Daryl. Up. Naquan, reach liquidity up top. Yep, it's kind of obvious, right? They really can't hide from it. They can't hide it from y'all. Optimist, aggressively bullish. Is that dude, man? What's the man named Bearable Bull, man? Ain't that what he be saying? Aggressively bullish. Shout out to him though, man. Shout out to him. But it's kind of obvious what price wants to reach for. Okay, so we just recently took out this high right here. Took out that buy side liquidity. So the next high right here, they left behind liquidity above that swing high right there. Okay, they left behind liquidity above that swing high just right there. All right, so in 4 days, this candle will close and we will begin the month of August. We're not going to worry about August this week. This week in the market, well, we got a lot of things going on at once. But as far as the economic news, we have a lot of high impact news in the market. For y'all that are in the Patreon, this is going to be a week, and shout out to y'all that just joined. This is going to be a week that we're going to tread lightly, okay? Listen to my mentorship and my coaching. The protocol is, if you're a trader, to be out of the market by Wednesday, New York AM session, all right? For my traders. If you're an investor, long-term investor, you ain't got to worry about this. You just buy and hold. But for us traders, We use protocols. We're going to be at the market by Wednesday, the AM session. After the AM session, let them have it. Look at all this. We got non-farm payroll. We got rate cuts, interest rates announcements on Wednesday. All right, what y'all think in the chat? They're going to lower them or raise them? Or they going to pause them? Got a lot going on this week. And it's also the end of the month, okay? So by the time the end of the month rolls around, all the volume has happened already. All the volume has already happened already by the end of the month, okay? So we kind of can lower our expectations and start looking forward to August. So let's take a quick peek at August. All right, the first week of August, which is August 3rd through the 9th, there is not a lot of news going on this first week. So we might have a lot of opportunities for us traders. All right, there's not a lot of too much going on. It's real quiet and got a lot going on. Also in August, we expecting these bills to get passed. So we shall see. Let's peek at the second week of August. All right. So we got a little bit more activity in the second week. All right. Let's go look at the third week. Now on the third week of August, y'all jot this down because I think they kind of, they're not really putting it out there for y'all. And if you miss it, you might not understand what happened. But they got Jackson Hole Symposium meetings in Wyoming. All right. We treat this like World Economic Forum meetings. OK, so it's like the world central banks that get together and they have a Jackson Hole Symposium. So you're going to see Jerome Powell. You're going to see Christine Lagarde. You're going to see all these people at this event. OK, and that's going to be in the third week of August. I know it's going to be a hot ass week that week because I'm in the South. So it's definitely going to be hot in August. August be brutal. And then we're going to peek out to the fourth week of August. And sometime between here, I don't know when the crypto stuff is going to happen in between here, but we got a kind of busy August coming up. Henry Shaw, shout out to you, man. Thanks for all you do, boss, man. Appreciate it, Henry. Appreciate it. Optimist, it's a ski resort. They plan our futures at. Yeah, that's another meeting that they definitely plan our futures. They got the World Economic Forum. They got the Bilderberg stuff going on. They got this Jackson Hole Symposium. They do it every year, every year at the same time. All right. So, but my point was, we're going to tread lightly this week. All right. We're going to tread lightly this week. Let me see right quick. Let's come back to XRP. All right. So again, 4 days left. Let's see what I'm not expecting much in 4 days. Okay. So next thing I want to do is let's go down to the weekly time frame. All right. We just began the new week of trading. Now we can end strong if institutions want to push it. If the institutional sponsorship want to come in and push this market up, they're going to do it. But we just entered the last week of July. All right. So this is the weekly candle. And then the next week will begin August. All right. Let me see right quick. So on the weekly time frame, we got 7 days. We got 7 trading days in the week. 7 trading. So every one of these candles on the weekly takes 7 trading days. All right. 7 trading days. So we just began it here a few minutes ago, actually 36 minutes ago. So the new weekly candle has printed. We're looking at the higher time frame. So what are some things that y'all see at discount? Discount, anything below price, current price is a discount. Anything above current price is a premium. All right. So I already got something highlighted for y'all, which is a higher time frame discount PD array. Higher time frame discount PD array. So y'all tell me in the chat, what is this right here? Now, do I want to see this? No, I don't want to see it. Can they do it? Yes, they can. Y'all tell me in the chat, what is this that I'm highlighting on the higher time frame? On the weekly. Shout out to you for profits. It's a BTC. Stands for buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. All right, BTC. So this is a discount PD array. They didn't offer any selling in here. Okay, so they can possibly drop price down here and reach for this. Do I want to see them do it? Hell no. I don't want. Let's move. It's time to go. Okay, it's time to go. People have been having their bags packed for years. All right, so we just gotta identify that. We gotta identify it. Some of y'all might try to be like, well, you said no. it's a possibility that it can come down there. So if price decides to start dropping, I have realistic targets where it wants to reach for. If we don't want to drop down there, this will be considered a breakaway gap. All right. That means we don't even have to refer to it. Price is going to be in a hurry to get higher. Price is algorithmic if y'all don't know. So right now, we're just consolidating. We just started a new week. Last week, we retraced. After, what did we do last week? The past 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, we went up and took out the previous all-time high right here. Back in January 2025. So let me highlight that. Previous all-time high right there. All right. That high was around 399. All right. 399. Let me see right quick. No, 339. That was the previous all-time high, 339. Smart money purchased at a discount. They took profits at this high right here. And what you see them doing, they took profits, and you can see price retracing. So now let's go down to the daily time frame. As I drop down to the daily time frame, that's that scare last week, and this is looking very bullish. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all now. This is looking very bullish just by how the patterns are working. Y'all in the chat, what is this? This formed last week on July 17th. This formed on July 17th. What am I highlighting right here on the daily? And shout out to everybody joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. What am I highlighting right here in the green on the daily time frame? Shout out to you, Excalibur. Yes, daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Shout out to you, Victor. Shout out to you, For Profits. Appreciate y'all participating. All right. So that's a daily fair value gap. Shout out to you, Carrie. It's a daily fair value gap. So do you think it's random? So a lot of people was nervous last week. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, we can wick through it. It's okay. I ain't worried about the wicks. If I was to hide the wicks, go to my charts, 1 second. Canvas, trading, symbol, wicks. Let's hide the wicks, all right? What I just did was I removed the wicks. Do you see how price drops down inside of the fair value gap, all right? And it dropped down and uses it as discount, all right? It's reached forward, so they liquidated a lot of traders last week. A lot of traders were trying to buy the breakout, trying to get long in XRP. I'm talking about leverage traders. And they got liquidated. All right, they got liquidated. So what smart after liquidating traders, retail traders, institutions purchase price back, and now you can see what price is doing. It used it as a discount. It's not random for y'all brand new people. Use this fair value gap as a discount. And now we're starting to take out previous days highs. Let me put up my weeks, bring back up my wicks. Now we're starting to take out previous days highs. So we dropped down over the weekend on Thursday, Friday. And on Friday, I was telling y'all, a lot of y'all, I want to see how we close on Friday. I want to see how we begin the week. We went into Saturday, kind of back and forth. And today, Sunday, we had some movement. We went up, we took out previous days highs, okay? Started taking out highs, just like that. You see that? Coming up, taking out previous days highs. So here we are. It's Monday, already in Asia, and there's some volume in the market right now. All right. So hopefully this week we continue to move higher. I need to take a closer look at price though. Let's go down intraday. Anything below the daily time frame is intra-week, intraday price action. So I'm gonna drop down to the 1 hour time frame. All right. And what was I telling y'all last time I went live? What was I telling y'all? I think that was yesterday. I was telling y'all, what did I want to see down here at discount? And what are we currently getting? What's up, High Five? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate everybody joining. What are we currently getting right now that I wanted to see yesterday? I called it out live on live stream. What are we seeing? Throw up my weekly dividers. Remember, the higher time frame has more influence over price. So we traded down into the daily fair value gap. Okay, I would have been shorting this down to the daily fair value gap. Smart money repurchased it, and now it's starting to move away and starting to move higher out of the discount. You want to be a buyer at discount. You want to be a seller at premiums. And we dropped down the discount. Smart money purchases, and now we're starting to see what? What are we starting to see in the chat? I've been putting it in your subconscious every time I go live. I've been telling y'all daily, like, what am I looking for? If a market is lacking something, what does it need? You're right. It's an illusion. Displacement. You're right, Daryl. Sponsorship. And there we go. We're starting to see some sponsorship starting to push price. All right. We're starting to see some sponsorship push price. Starting to move higher. It's not random that we just came up and took out these highs over here. You see this? Let's zoom in a little bit. Let me just show you the randomness that ain't random. See that swing high? Above that high is buy side liquidity. I actually called that out like yesterday on the live stream. Or I think that was Friday. Okay, you can see us trade up, take out buy side liquidity. You see that? And then just to clean it up, just to get a little bit more detail, you see this right here? See that right there? That is a SIBI, all right? I want to see that become an inversion. That's a SIBI, but I want to see us trade through it and use it possibly as support. So that's an inversion fair value gap. So I'm going to highlight it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way to the right. Drag it all the way to the right. And boom, just like that. So do you think that's random right there? I don't think that's random, okay? I don't think that's random that price is just holding at that random place in price, all right? I don't think that's random how price is just hanging out in this highlighted SIBI right here. It's still a SIBI until we trade through it. All right, still a SIBI. And look what we're doing right now. You would think that's random. Appreciate everybody just joining, man. Just appreciate everybody just joining. Let's see if we can trade through that right quick. But let me go ahead and refine my chart. You see us punching through that? That's what I want to see. That's going to give me a strong indication that, oh yeah, okay, this might be an exciting week right here. It's early in the week. Let's see. All right, let me set up my charts for the upcoming week. If y'all want me to analyze anything, y'all send a super chat. It could be anything. It could be a stock market. It could be the crypto market. It could be treasuries, goddamn. I don't care. Y'all send a super chat. It could be $1. I ain't asking for much. So what I'm doing is, y'all in the chat, what's the first thing I need to do on the hourly time frame? What's the first thing you should be doing on the hourly time frame? Shout out to you shout out to you for profits. You definitely paying attention. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay. That's exactly what I'm doing. It's funny how when y'all first start, you know what I'm saying? Y'all catch on real quick though. It's funny how when y'all first start come to my channel, you don't know nothing, but you quickly pick up. Everybody that's participating started the same way, but you're paying attention and you quickly pick up on the details. Okay. The details. I'm looking for liquidity because price always seeks liquidity. That's the first thing I want to look for. That's the first thing you should look for. How to identify where the liquidity is. If you know how to identify where liquidity is, you have a 99% advantage over all of retail because retail don't know what the fuck is going on in price. All right, excuse my French. They don't know what's going on in these markets at all. Trust me. And I just be sitting back laughing. I be sitting back with a grin on my face because they don't know. They don't know. Yes, equal highs or lows. You can look for those as well. And what I'm doing is I'm just simply setting up my chart. So let's zoom in a little bit. You see that random? I didn't just draw that high out without all the markups and everything. When I drew out this high right there and I said that's buy side liquidity, that's the high from Thursday last week, okay? That's the high of the day from Thursday last week. Is it random how price trades directly to it on this Sunday, all right? And liquidate that high because there was orders above that high. I don't think that's random. We're still in the higher time frame discount as well. So let's see some sponsorship start to push higher. And shit, out the gate, we might get some real excitement out the gate this week. So we shall see. All right, so let me, I'm setting up my chart for the upcoming week. If y'all got any questions, y'all can ask me any questions. All right, so far this week, we done took out the high from Saturday. So the high from Saturday has been liquidated, and we took out the high from Thursday. Okay, so we liquidated the high from Thursday, and now we're currently in Asia. Today, right now is the Asia session. So the Asia session begins from 8 o'clock p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight. So we're currently in the Asia session. It is already it is already Monday in Asia, but over here in the United States, we operate on East Coast Standard Time. So at 12 o'clock midnight, that will start our Monday in the market. All right. Go down to the 15-minute time frame. What's up, Lawrence? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you joining. So you can see on the 15-minute time frame, when I'm on the 15-minute time frame, I'm analyzing the market from a intraday perspective. So I'm just looking at the previous day's price action, and I'm looking at today's price action. So 8 o'clock p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight, that represents Asia. All right, so you already can see what's going on right now. We went up, we took out buy side liquidity. All right, now we're retracing down. All right, we're retracing because smart money took profits. Y'all in the chat, y'all tell me this is a 15-minute time frame. What is this that we're looking at right here? What is this that we're looking at? That'll be very bullish if we can pounce off of this and start moving higher. Very bullish. Yep, shout out to y'all. They say busy, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the 15-minute time frame. All right. So now we're just retracing because smart money took profits up there. Back out to the hourly. Let me see what the hourly is doing. We got 9 minutes, so it's 8:50. We got a macro going on. So who remembers the macro? It's been a while since I talked about the macros. All right, we got a macro going on right now. All right, so it's definitely been a minute. I don't think I talked about the macros in a while. I might preserve that for the pro lessons. But if y'all got it, y'all got it. Y'all understand what the macros are. Let me see, 15-minute. Nope, not a macro breakout. It's been a while since I talked about it on the channel. So what time is it? We're currently in the 8 o'clock hour. Let's go to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Let's see what we doing within that hour, okay? 9 to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boom, right there. So that's the upcoming hour. So the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour, that's upcoming. Right now it's 8:52. So we got 8 minutes for the hour to end, and then we will roll over into the 9 o'clock hour Eastern Standard Time. So Asia is a 4-hour session. All right. So we typically wait for if you want to be a trader, we wait for sessions. Okay. I don't normally trade outside of session. You want to wait for these sessions, which we call kill zones. You want to wait for the kill zones because that's when the most volume, that's when volume starts to come into the market during certain times of the day. All right. So right now, Asia is going on and there's some volume, some liquidity, some volume and some activities going on. Price action. All right, you can see that retracement. So this between right here and right here, these two vertical trend lines, that was the 8 o'clock hour. And we're about to come to the end of the 8 o'clock hour. So let me go down to the 5 minute. Let's go down to the 5 minute time frame. You can see us retrace down to this 15-minute BTC, buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency, looking real good. I want to start seeing displacement higher. I want to start seeing that sponsorship move price higher. All right, let's go down to the 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. I want to start seeing that displacement and then come up and reach for this high right here, because that's the 8 o'clock hour high so far. I'm telling y'all, I be holding back. I ain't gonna lie, I be holding back with this skill. You know what I'm saying? I just be, it gets real surgical over here. All right. So what is price doing right now? It's seeking liquidity. It's reaching for that liquidity, because they always leave behind liquidity in the market. Let's go down to a 30-second. 30-second time frame. Every one of these candles take 30 seconds. All right. See if they use this order block right here. Nope, I don't use no indicators, as you can see, for profits. I don't use no indicators, none whatsoever. No indicators. Now there's some indicators that I use, but they don't do nothing. They just help me for what I use them for. But no indicators. I don't use a 200 EMA. I don't use none of that. I understand what the algorithm is doing. I understand how price action behaves. Mark, shout out to you, Mark. Good evening. Good evening. Shout out to everybody just joining. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're brand new. So let me see right quick. Let's drop out to the 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. Might need to drop out again. 5 minute. Let's go back down to the 1 minute. All right, 1 minute time frame. They just drop down to this fair value gap. Plus volume imbalance. See if they want to use that as support. Also, y'all tell me in the chat, what is this right here? See that wick right there? What is that wick right here? This is a 1 minute time frame. What is that wick right there that I'm highlighting? See how we drop down and feel it? Yep. See how we drop down and feel it? And boom, just like that. Y'all think that's random? Do y'all think that's random? I don't think that's random at all. See how we drop down, feel it, move higher, displacement higher. So it's definitely one to reach for that liquidity. If y'all just joining, we watching XRP right now during the Asia session. We got 4 minutes until we enter the 9 o'clock hour. 4 minutes until we enter the 9 o'clock hour. Ghost pools are hidden levels in price. Okay, you never when you see large wicks, I don't care what time frame it is, but when you see large wicks, you first of all, you got to have a higher time frame understanding in price. That means you got to understand where price is going as far as direction. And then whenever you see large wicks in price, you don't want to ignore them, because there are hidden levels inside of wicks. They got discount ghost pools and they have premium ghost pools as well. So don't ignore them. It takes time. They're more advanced. They're more advanced than like order blocks, fair value gaps. So it's gonna, you got to practice with them to get a further understanding of them. Got to practice with them. And right now, price is high resistance as well. If y'all notice, price is high resistance. It's very choppy right now. So let's zoom out right quick. So I tell y'all the difference between high resistance, low resistance. And right now, it started off high resistance. Also, it's high resistance because we're in the macro. So what time is it? We got 2 minutes left, and then we will begin the 9 o'clock hour. So let's see. Let's go out to the 1 hour time frame, and in 2 minutes, we will see a new candle that will print. All right, 2 minutes, we will get a new candle print. And if you want to just be a high frequency trader, every hour you can find opportunities. I'm gonna teach that in the pro lessons as well. Every hour as a trader, you can find new opportunities. And it's simple. You pick a bias every hour. Do you think the previous hour, so for example, see how this hour right here, we went up, we took out the previous hour's high. That's though, if you go down to lower time frames, those are scalps. All right, so here in about 1 minute, we will start the new hour of trading. If y'all want to sign up to the Patreon, click the link in the description below or in the pin to the comments to get further insights on price action. So here in about 38 seconds, we will begin the new hour of trading. Shout out to the 45 people in the building. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. 17 seconds. All right, 5 seconds. We will start the new hour, and we're going to see what we want to do in the next hour. And what we doing, boom, just like that. Got the new hour that just began. Now let's go back. You see the new candle that printed, and all you got to say is, what's my bias? Do we come up and take out the previous hour's high, or do we come down and take out the previous hour's low? All right, now let's go back down to a 5 minute time frame. On the 5 minute time frame, you can see us retracing back down to the 15 minute fair value gap. Right there. So let's see if we want to work this 15 minute fair value gap and then start to move higher eventually in price. So that's them offering a discount. Now, if price decided to, let's say, sell off and then start taking out these lows, then that will be considered a reversal in price. All right. But let's see if we want to hold strong inside of this BTC, which stands for buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. In the meantime, what's some assets y'all want to go over? What's some assets y'all want to go over? Want to check out HBAR? Let's go check out HBAR then. Let's go check out HBAR. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's see what we're going to do. Let's see how we drop down there and support it. Let's see what we want to do. I'll come back to it. But let's check out HBAR. HBAR currently trading at 33 cents. All right, 33 cents. I'm not going to go down intraday with HBAR. I'm just going to keep it more macro. It's an illusion. You say that I've been tape reading weekly opening gap you were talking about last week on the NQ. Oh, you tapped in, huh? You very tapped in, aren't you? It's an illusion. Keep studying it. And if y'all want to tap into the Patreon, y'all click the link. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at as far as opportunities on the daily. Got people in there learning. But HBAR currently trading at 28 cents. You should have been getting it at 12 cents. I try to tell y'all that was giving a signal, but I think some of y'all was hesitant or some of y'all wasn't believing. Some of y'all took advantage of that though, but you could have been getting HBAR at 12 cents. I know I was. All right, and before that. But now we're up to 28 cents. And let's go down to the weekly time frame. We just began the week of trading. So here we are. Oh, HBAR might pop this week, but let's see right quick. As I zoom in on the weekly, y'all in the chat, what is this right here? This formed back in January 2025. What kind of candle is this right here? Shout out to you, Victor. Shout out to you, Lawrence. Y'all are correct. Shout out to you, Mark. It's a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency on the weekly time frame. All right, you can see how we trade up into it. Do y'all think that's random? Isn't it fascinating to see this shit? Like you can predict and forecast. So once you start learning these concepts and these things that are in price that most people are not aware of, it's almost scary. Okay, it's almost scary once you start seeing this stuff, and it's almost like, you know, am I supposed to be knowing this? So that's how crazy it gets. So there it is, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, price reaches for it. And now we're currently hanging out inside of it. So what's your weekly bias? So look at the current candle for HBAR. Do we want to come down and come all the way down and take out previous week's low? Do we want to trade down into this ghost pool, discount ghost pool? Or do we want to continue higher, take out the midway point of the SIBI, take out last week's high and continue higher? What do we want to do? It's also the end of the month as well. Let's see. Go out to the monthly. And that next candle that forms. So we might not do nothing this week. We can just consolidate around. We shall see. We definitely expanding higher, but we got 3 days left to close this market or close the monthly candle. And then we're going to cross over to August, and y'all can already pretty much forecast what y'all want to see in price. I don't see price coming up all the way up here. Look at this large candle. Large volume inside of this. All right. Large volume inside of this. I agree with you. It's an illusion continuation. Y'all better get ready for August. That's all I got to say. Y'all better get ready for August. August is going to be more value coming to you in your way if you're investing into these assets. But you can pretty much forecast already in the next 3 days where August potentially wants to reach for. We got liquidity resting above the high because price always seeks liquidity. I don't see it dropping all the way back down just to reach for liquidity down here. But we do have liquidity inside of this monthly candle on lower time frames. All right. So, but I do see us continue to go higher. Also, you got to pay attention to these ghost pools. All right. Pay attention to the ghost pools. Let me zoom out right quick. All-time high for HBAR is 56 cents. It's pretty much overdue. Okay, everything is overdue. Let me go out to the 3 month. On the 3 month time frame, we're just hanging out inside of this ghost pool right here. Whenever you see two ghost pools, so take this down in your notes. Whenever you see two ghost pools that are large, always select the larger one. All right, always select the larger one. Always select the larger one. So I'm gonna do that right there. Boom, just like that. So do you think it's random, again, that we trade up inside of the ghost pool, which is hidden from retail, and trade right here at the 0.75 level? Do you think that's random? And inside of a fair value gap. All right, I don't think that's random at all. On the weekly time frame, we trade right up into that weekly fair value gap. Definitely not random. So ghost pool on the higher time frame, you see it, reject it. Look at this candle right here. That's the ghost pool. We trade up into that ghost pool, reject it. And now we just began the week. Let me take a closer look to see if they're offering a discount. On the daily, no. Let's go down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it's trading inside of a order block. So you can see the order block right here, this down closed candle right here, trading inside of it. And maybe it uses it as support. And then there's several inversion gaps. You can use this BTC right here, but mainly the order block right here. You can see us trade down into that. So maybe it can use it as support. See that? Order block, down closed candle, trade down into it. Hopefully smart money is accumulating and it starts to want to move higher. Right now it's high resistance on lower time frames. Go down to the 1 hour. You can see the choppiness. All right, but see, it's Sunday. All right, so normally we don't expect much on Sundays. Sometimes it can get crazy on Sundays in crypto, but right now we're just waiting for the week. It's also the end of the month, so let's see how we do. Let's come back over here to XRP to see what XRP is doing. XRP still hanging out inside of this weekly fair value gap. I mean, this 15-minute fair value gap. We got 2 minutes now into the macro complete. So from 850 to 910, that's the macro. 850 to 910. Go down to the 5 minute. what I want to do was let's do some projection on XRP. Let's come back. Let's entertain the idea of a $20 XRP. All right, let's entertain the idea of a $20 XRP. So let me hide some of this. Let's entertain the idea. How does it get there? How much does it take to get there? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up my projection tools again. All right. Now keep in mind the markets do 4 things: consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Oh well, he said HBAR got listed this week on Robinhood. Oh man, here come retail. Here come retail. I'm gonna take a Fibonacci. I'm gonna place it right here. And I'm gonna drag it up to this high right here. And I'm gonna calibrate it right quick. Appreciate all 44. Hopefully everybody in here is subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate y'all joining the live stream in my channel. I'm always dropping value. All right, I'm always going to drop value, and it's up to you if you're going to retain the value in the information or not. So a lot of people in here is obtaining the information and the knowledge, and then some they're not. So hopefully, if you're new to my channel, this is an educational channel first, and definitely you should lock in. That's all I'm gonna say. You definitely should lock in. 33991, 33991. Oh, what's up, Kwame? Shout out to you. He said 6X is easy in crypto. Definitely, but how long does it take? All right, we're gonna entertain that idea. Let me see right quick. 39. Let me see. 991. All right, now I'm calibrated. So this Fibonacci tool that I just laid out, it's calibrated with accurate pricing. Okay, so accurate projections, I mean. So let me do this right quick. Let's change this to like a -15. I want to see how far that takes us. -15. Okay, that takes us out to $30. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. That's a $30 move right there. So let me see, -15, maybe -10. Let me do a -10. And these are my Fibonacci settings if y'all want to get my Fibonacci settings. All right, what about 9? -9.5. All right, we're going to entertain that right there. 9.5, all right, 9.5. So as we zoom out, I got a projection tool on my chart. So once you hit price discovery, there's no data to the left of the chart. As y'all know, there's nothing to refer to over here. We broke all-time high. There's nothing over there to the left, and it's just open waters, okay? So remember, the market does these same repetitive functions in price. There's gonna be, if you just look it back in price, there's gonna be these moves right here. You see this right here? There's gonna be these type of moves. Expansions higher. You're gonna see that. That could be very well our 6X or whatever. That can definitely take us up there. And then we're gonna have this function right here where it will do this right here. Come all the way back down, disappoint everybody. Maybe not this time, this such long drawn out, because you already know they was withholding XRP. They didn't want people in this asset. They try to keep people out of it. So this right here, this was unusual, okay? This was all 100% manipulation of price. When they suppressed price and they held it down for damn near 10 years, okay? They held it down for so long. That right there, that highlight area, that's that long-term multi-year consolidation. I haven't seen too many markets that did this, but you do see it in markets that are brand new, like for example, Amazon when it first came out, or Google or Palantir. When things first come to market and they don't want people in it, they will hold it down this long, okay? They will do this multi-year consolidation, and then they'll start giving it some sponsorship. So we'll go from consolidation up to an expansion. retracements. So we have what y'all consider bear markets. All it is an expansion profile going lower. So there's traders in there shorting it. So we don't get scared over here when we're in a bear market. You can make money in a bear market if you learn this skill set. So ain't nobody worried about that. You can just hedge. If XRP, let's say we do this right here. Let's just say we break out like this cycle. I hate to say bull run and all that because that's not what I refer to. Let's just say we break out just like this and we have a multi-month, multi-week run just like that, all right? And it peaks out at $20, $30. Well, there's gonna be so many people trying to sell out of that, trying to take profits, etc. And then let's just say, because we know that this asset is here for the long term, okay? We're not here for no $30. For the ones that know, if y'all locked in, if you know, you know. We're not here for no 30. We're not here for 100. We're not here for 1,000. We're not here for 5,000. We're not here for 10,000. There's some people that speculate XRP can be 100,000. All right. Now, do we see that in our lifetime? I don't know. But we damn sure ain't settling for $100 XRP. We're not settling for that. So let's just hypothetically say this move right here takes us to $100. All right. Because again, market did the same shit. Watch this. The market did the same exact shit. Big Dre, you said, thanks for what you do, boss. Shout out to you, Big Dre. Shout out to everybody in the Discords. Appreciate it. Now, let's just say, again, you see that retracement down just like that. We got that retracement. So if I was to do the projection higher, let's see, from right here up just like that. That's the same thing I'm doing currently, okay? We're just using old data and price. Same thing I'm doing currently. We retrace, which is called internal range liquidity. And then when price goes above this high right here, that becomes external range liquidity. All right, so we do an internal range liquidity retracement, and then boom, price pops higher. All right, so do you think it's random? Okay, there goes that 9.5 level, the same projection level that I got currently. And this was back in 2017. And when it went up like that, that was 2018. All right, so look at the this 9.5 level, which price went up to 291. If I just draw a trend line over like that, do you see that? Is that random? How price goes up to that? Yes, it can go a little bit further than that. It can fall a little shorter than that. But do you think it's random how price goes up to that in price discovery and then smart money sells it back down? Do you think that's random? Huh? Do y'all think that's random? So if I just come back over here to current price, which I will in a minute, but I'm just trying to highlight, like, this is what the market does when we're in price discovery. All right. It does moves like this. It's going to melt your face. It's going to get you excited. It's going to make you panic. You're going to lose sleep. It's going to be an adrenaline rush. It's going to be a high. It's going to be all of that. And some people are going to make irrational decisions in the process. And then guess what they're going to do? They're going to do a move like this. And then this is when y'all be like, oh, the bear market. Here comes all the influencers holding their faces. People are going to be selling based on influencers. So if an influencer says, I sold my XRP or I'm selling at this price, that's going to influence a lot of retail people to sell whatever they selling at. All right, because they're so-called these experts, but they're not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what they don't know what I know behind these markets. All right, but guess what? In this sell-off right here, y'all see this sell-off? And this is the digital asset XRP. This sell-off is going to create so much panic and so much fear. But no, us traders are going to get in this and find opportunities to hedge against the sell-off. We're still going to hold the digital asset, but we're going to go to the cash market, which is the futures market, and we're going to be shorting XRP futures. All right. And in the process of shorting XRP futures, we're loading up back on cash just to go back down and take that cash and then buy the asset right back up. That's what smart money is doing. That's what y'all not aware of. They're hedging. That's why they got the futures markets. Okay. That's why they got the futures markets. They're winning on both sides of the market. I don't know. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They are winning on going long. They're winning on going short. They're winning on both sides of the markets. Y'all sign up to the Patreon if y'all want to learn how to trade. I'm trying to teach y'all. But in the process of this selling off just like that, there's opportunities, there's thousands of opportunities to sell this and make money, cash. That's gonna hold you over and not make you worry about your assets, okay? But for people that are strapped for cash, they're gonna be worried about this sell-off. They're gonna be watching all those 100, 6 figures fall out there, come out their wallets, millions possibly, as price retraces. But if you got a lot of conviction that this asset is going to be revolutionary, all right, the new banking system, why the hell would you sell out of that? Why would you sell it? And that's what smart money understands. Retail don't understand that. So there's going to be a lot of people selling, all right? So I just had to illustrate that. Now, if we just come back over to current price, I did the same exact thing of replicating this swing low up to this swing high. And then that first projection level at 9.5 will be $20.34. All right. That same exact projection that I just did on that old swing, that swing projection. And I showed you how price traded up to that level and then it retraced back down. But in the process of it getting there, there's going to be the same repetitive functions: consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversals. All right. You're going to see that on the way up. Can't tell you when. Just know the process of price. How does price function? Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So right now we're in an expansion profile. All right. Along the way, smart money is going to be engineering liquidity above and below the market for traders, because there's going to be a high interest, a whole lot of money wanting to come in here and leverage trade, because there's more potential in trading on leverage than there is actually holding something long term. So people see opportunity in the now. Now, do everybody have the skill set to understand that? No. That's why I'm sitting here trying to teach y'all. You can learn from me how to do it. All right. Does that make sense to y'all? Am I making sense? Y'all let me know in the chat. Is that making sense? But that's the projection level to get up to $20. All right. We're entertaining that. So if we just zoom out, let's zoom out right quick. Let's go out to the monthly. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you, Lauren. Shout out to you, Mark. Shout out to you, Tino. Appreciate it. So on the monthly time frame, all right? On the monthly time frame, shout out to you, Zeph. This is what it would look like. So once we pop up there to $20, okay? Once we go up to $20, look at all these years. Look at the perspective. We're going to be looking back in time, and we're going to be like, look at this price action right here. It's going to look like a consolidation, okay? It's going to look like a consolidation. For profit, you say you're not selling XRP no time soon. Hey, that's a wise thing to do. That's very wise of you. Let me see right quick. Yes, so as we look back in price, look what it would look like in price, all right? Look what this would look like in price. Look at the candles. And all those years, for y'all that been holding it down for years, all right? For y'all that been holding it down for years, investing, dollar cost averaging, whatever strategy you're using, price is gonna look like it's gonna look like an ant, okay? It's gonna look like an ant, because those candles are gonna get very large. And we need that, okay? We definitely need that. We definitely deserve that. Those candles are gonna looking very large. Been holding since 2021. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the class. They're gonna say the class of 2021. All right, that's what I'm gonna start saying. The class of 2020, the class of 2021, the class of 2017. Shout out to y'all. We gotta start referring to the OGs and respect and put some respect on their class when y'all first came into XRP and discovered all this. But that's what it's gonna look like in price. Now let's just go compare that to Bitcoin. What did Bitcoin look back in the early days? Same exact thing. So do you see how Bitcoin looks now? Look how Bitcoin looks now, okay? And compare it back here over to the left. All right, that's essentially what XRP looks like right now. You see that? Small candles, but it doesn't look, when you zoom in, it looks larger than what it looks until that volume starts coming into the market. All right, look at these. So first of all, this is a monthly time frame. This is a monthly time frame. But look at the consecutive candles. We need one of these runs in the crypto market, especially for XRP, where it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive months of just straight bullish price action. All right. Bitcoin is known for that. All right. Bitcoin is known for running for consecutive months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive months of straight price action. XRP has not done that yet. XRP has not done that yet. We have not seen a half a year bull run, which y'all might call it. We have not seen that. Have not seen it. For profit, you said, if I master this skill set, I probably won't sell any of my coins no time soon. And that's the goal. That's what I've been trying to tell people. That's what I've been trying to teach people. Learn this skill set, and the thought of selling won't even cross your mind, because you have a skill set to go into other markets to fix your cash need. Everybody has a cash need. Okay. We got bills, we got expenses. And as long as you can manage your bills, keep your overhead low, manage your bills, manage your debts, and suffice what you need on a daily day. Also, you can exceed that. So if you start exceeding very well to where, let's say you make 6 figures a year trading, you won't need to sell any assets if you can go make 6 figures per year trading. All right. So making 6 figures per year, you won't even think about selling your assets. Hell, not even 6 figures. Like, let's just say you got a job and you make let's just say 60,000 a year at your job, and you can go in the market and make an extra 25, 30,000. That is that's a game changer, because that's $25,000, $30,000 that your employer didn't pay you. All right. So that's what I'm trying to teach y'all. Learn this skill set. Learn this skill set. SAR, shout out to you, SAR Thomas. I'm the class of 2025, but it seems to be right on time. Hey, the train has left the station. Shout out to you, SAR. Appreciate you joining. Appreciate all my new subscribers. The train has left the station and you just got on board. Okay. You on the back end of it, but you got in here. Okay. You're on the train. That's all that matters. All right. Here in the next few weeks, I don't know. That train might be far down the tracks, and it might be about 5, 6 miles ahead, or 20, 30 miles ahead. And you barely made it. Okay. But you're here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Cause the people that was on the train, first in line, they was getting it at 11 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. And I'm talking about that 40 cents for 3 to 4 years. Okay. You had to be real. No, that's super early. People keep saying, check it out. People saying you early. You're not early. Okay. For us that been in this, you're not early. It's still early, but it's not early no more. I'm just sorry. Y'all are not early no more. That's no shade or nothing. I'm just being honest, because we've been having people holding XRP since 2017. There's been people that have been holding XRP since 2016. And you gonna sit there and tell them, oh, you early? Well, what were they? They were pioneers, I guess. They were trailblazers. TZ, you said you bought XRP in the beginning of COVID, deep discount. That's beautiful. Those were the glory days, TZ. Glory days. Lawrence, shout out to you, Lawrence. Michael Adkins, glad you're on SAR. Yep. Shout out to you, SAR. 50 Cent was beautiful. And guess what? Somebody like me was complaining at 50 Cent. I'm like, man, I was saying 50 Cent was expensive. I was telling myself I ain't buying at 50 cents. But that was still a good range. Texas Plates, 24 to 32 cents. Shout out to you, Texas Plates. It's an illusion. So, boss, you don't hold anything just for speculation, venture capital, in crypto to take profit? No, I don't. Because I trade. It's an illusion. I'm a trader. Okay, I don't need to hold nothing. I can go get profits in trading alone, and then I invest in certain things. But trading is a whole different realm. Let me see. Let me finish reading. Is that because of being able to use futures market for cash? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Futures markets. Some people in here are already getting a taste of it. Okay, already getting a taste of it. We're using strict risk management. We're using protocols. We're using rules. And again, the futures market exists for a reason. All right. The futures market exists for a reason. It's the largest market in the world, okay? The derivatives market. Can make the XRP. So yeah. For profit, he said, I'm talking about the early to the crypto market. These are still cheap prices. $3.24 XRP. Okay, if that's cheap, I'm saying, and we're talking about the average person. Now, if we talking about some other assets, I agree with you, like the XLMs. And if we talking about XRP, let's come over to the rich list again. Let's come over to the rich list. Let's look at the bottom 10%. All right, the bottom 10%. Let's go ahead and round it off at 2,500. So 2,500 XRP for $3.24. What y'all got? Y'all tell me in the chat. To get 2,500 XRP for $3.24. And let's see if the average person that works on a day-to-day and trying to get ahead in life in America, because you know America's a struggle. Ain't nothing easy in this bitch, all right? Nothing easy in America. Night Owl, you said 7 G's. Let me pull out my calculator. 2,500 times 324. I got about $8,100. I got about $8,100. So for profits, it's not for the average American, and especially for people that just come into this market. There's a generation of coming and they just want to start getting invested. Some people have $8,100 laying around, and then some people don't have $8,100 around. And then you got to be able to convince that person to put all $8,100 in just XRP alone and not diversify into 10 other projects. All right. So, and then $8,100 might be all they have. You got to really consider that for Americans. All right. So that's doable. And right now that's doable. But just this time last year. So let's go back to the chart. This time last year. All right. Let's go back to the XRP. Let's go back to XRP. And let's just look at the chart. And let's go to July and August of last year. And what I'm gonna do is let's go to 2024, July. This candle right here, this represents July of last year, 2024. The price opened up at 47 cents, okay? 47 cents. It created a high of 65 cents, but opening up at 47 cents. Let's take a closer look at price right quick. Let me zoom in right quick. This candle right here, July 2024. How much could you have gotten? How much XRP could, how much would $2,500 be at, excuse me. How much would 2,500 XRP be at 47 cents if you was just a year earlier? Okay. Do the math. Y'all do the math. 2,500 times 47 cents. It's a drastic difference. You are not early. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are not early. What y'all got? $2,500 just this time last year at 47 cents. There you go, Lawrence. This time last year, you could have got 2,500 XRP at $1,175. But this time, right now, in the current time, that same amount is going to cost you $8,100. All right. So for the average American last year, if you wasn't partying, if you wasn't doing frivolous, you got to make sacrifices. All right. You just had to make sacrifices. Most people that have been here, y'all made the sacrifice. Shout out to y'all that just coming in. But I can't say people are early. People not early. It's almost at $10,000 just to get 2,500 XRP. Lenny, you said most people are already priced out. That's what I'm saying, Lenny. Shout out to you, Lenny. Wait until they take it to 10. Everybody will be priced out except institutions, and it's coming quick. Yes, possibly this year. Okay, so again, and I remember this. I remember when price dropped down to this right here. You see this right here? Do you think it's random? For profits, I understand. It's all good for profits. I'm just giving context. SAR. This is exactly why I'm staking HBAR like crazy. Always plug. trying to scoop all the XRP possible. Always plug. When did you get in XRP? Just for context, I just want to know, when did you get in? And that's going to allow me to understand. I understand why you're trying to stack as much as possible. I've been done stacking for about 3 years, man. Like, I don't know how long it's been. I've been out of XRP trying to buy it. Like I said, when it got to 50 cents, I was like, man, that shit expensive. But I still had some times where I possibly got it at 50 cents, but 70, 80 cents, nope. 2021, unfortunately, or 221, unfortunately. That's better than right now. 221 is better than 324 at the current price. It's better than 324. So this was back in 2023. All right, 2023. You can see the clear BTC. And then this time last year, July 2024. If only y'all was a year earlier, okay? If only y'all came into this market 1 year prior, 1 year earlier, you could have got 2,500 XRP for the price of 1,100. And then imagine doing that. And then guess what? No, before that, they gave you so many months. They gave you, they gave you several years to do it. They gave y'all several years. Now, I'm not coming at y'all that just found out about this. I always say it's your time when it's your time. But if y'all motherfuckers that been sitting around for years knowing about XRP, didn't make a move, and now you trying to make moves, I ain't got no sympathy for you. I ain't got no sympathy for you. Always plug. You said sold my XRP in COVID season 2 and 3. That was I don't want to get into your business, always plug. But hopefully when you had to sell it, hopefully it was for like emergency reasons where you had to sell it. But if you just sold it just to sell it, that was a big mistake. All right. And during that same time was the time to be buying. So I don't know your situation, but you live and you learn. For profits, when did you first hear or come across crypto? So me, I knew about Bitcoin in 2010, 2011, but guess what? It wasn't my goddamn time. I remember people talking about $1 Bitcoin. I remember listening to Alex Jones. Okay, I wasn't no Alex Jones head, but I'll be like, man, this man crazy. And I'll go listen to his show. And he used to have people come on there talking about Bitcoin. And they were saying, like, I remember vividly how this guy, I forgot the dude's name. What's his name? What's the dude that been in crypto for a very long, Bitcoin for a very long time? He like the face of it. What's that guy name? I know y'all know for the OGs in there. What's his name? It's always a plug. You live and you learn. Is it Max Kaiser? Is that his name? Y'all correct me. Is Max Kaiser the guy that been in Bitcoin for all those years? Not Da Vinci. Shout out to Da Vinci too. He an OG. Sailor? Is it Max Kaiser or Sailor? Not Michael Saylor, not the dude at MicroStrategy, even though he been in it early. I'm talking about Max Kaiser. Max Kaiser, I used to randomly watch Alex Jones in 2010, 2011. He used to have like this is before podcasting blew up. He was on YouTube and everything. And I used to tune in just to hear the conspiracy shit. I'll go in there and listen to the conspiracy stuff. And he used to have Max Kaiser on his show. And Max Kaiser was telling people, buy Bitcoin now. His conviction was out of this world. I know he a billionaire. He got to be a billionaire at this point. But he was telling people Bitcoin was at $1 in around 2010, 2011, 2012 time frame. It was like under $1. And he was telling people then buy Bitcoin. And I remember it crossed my mind, let me look into this. But then I was young. So I was like, I didn't have time to really, I wasn't into investing. So I didn't have time to go like research it, but I always would hear it. Bitcoin, it's the new money. And guess what? That shit went crazy. It went up several $100s. But even then, I didn't understand the type of money being made. I didn't understand, like, if you would have bought Bitcoin at $1, if you would have put $10,000 into it, it didn't really make sense until we heard that pizza story when the dude bought so many Bitcoin, it was like hundreds of millions of dollars. That's when I was like, what is this? What was this? But I've been knowing about crypto since 2010. And then I got full immersed in it in 2016, 2017. That's when I got in there. I was the early days. Y'all remember the ICO days, initial coin offerings and all that, white papers. And I remember Electroneum. I remember VeChain, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Power Ledger. It was so many different coins. Y'all remember BitConnect? Y'all remember that whole scandal? Of course, it was just so much shit back then. And then, of course, life started to hit. So I kind of fell out of it. I got out of crypto around 2018. I sold everything. I was like, I'm out of here. And I had Bitcoin. Bitcoin was only like like $1,000 or something. And I had some Bitcoin, but I sold everything because it wasn't my time. And then after that, boom, Bitcoin went crazy. I'm like, what the, you know what I'm saying? What the hell? And then what I was about to say, I got back in around 2020 and I remember early days seeing XRP. Got back in early. I remember seeing XRP. I'm like, why is everything so going crazy? And XRP is just sitting here at like pennies. And that's when I started investigating it, going to YouTube, understanding what the Swift. I already knew what Swift was because I used to use the Swift in my little online business. And they were saying the first thing that caught my attention was replacing Swift. And if you know how to use Swift, it's slow. It's a slow process. Especially if you're trying to do business and you need your profits. You need to re-up on product, merchandise. You need that money, but it slows it up. Swift slows up the process of money flow because it takes so long to transact. And then once you first get your hands on XRP and send it, the light bulb goes off. Like, damn, that shit went fast, 3 to 5 seconds. I just sent like $5,000 in 5 seconds. The light bulb goes off. I didn't quite understand it, but you start doing more and more research, and then boom. And thanks to other people, some of y'all in this chat, some of the smart people out there, you start learning just like all y'all did. You start going down the rabbit hole, and boom, it makes sense. Now, at the difference with me, at the same time, I started learning technical analysis. All right, that's the difference with me. So at the same time, I started investing in XRP again, or initially. And getting back in crypto, I was heavily immersed in learning technical analysis. Yeah, Da Vinci is definitely an OG. I enjoy watching Da Vinci, man. I don't know. I enjoy watching Da Vinci because he just, he an OG. So it's like, and he got a different perspective. Even though he don't like XRP, I just like his, he got a swag to him. You know what I'm saying? He got a confidence and a swag to him. He was a visionary. He understood early on. So I rock with Da Vinci. Sorry, you said I heard of XRP for the first time in July 2025. Damn. Shout out to you though. Average American never heard of it. Nope. So once you start going down the rabbit hole, let me go down to lower time frames for XRP. 1 second. All right, we're retracing. We cut through that 15-minute BTC. So now it's an inversion. We don't get rid of it. Now let me go out to the hourly. All right, so we're retracing down. Let's go out to the daily. All right, price is high resistance right now. Let's see. If we start selling off, all right, we're definitely coming down to that weekly fair value gap. Also, we got this daily fair value gap as well. Let me highlight this daily fair value gap. Right here, this small little BTC right here. We already traded down to that. That's a daily BTC. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency right there. So let's just see what we want to do. Right now, we're just hanging out at the midway point of that daily BTC. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We're just hanging there. We're just consolidating right now, high resistance. And if we get a sharp sell-off, we're going to come down and take out all this liquidity below the market right here. All that liquidity. So we got a lot of liquidity stacking below the market, equal lows. Sell side liquidity below the market. But what I was saying was, once you start going down the rabbit hole for XRP, Forgot what I was about to say. Ain't that something? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's all good though. It's all good. It might come back to my mind. But I was saying something about XRP and it's just a rabbit hole you got to go down. Oh, somebody was saying most people don't know about XRP. Some people just coming into it. But once you start going down the rabbit hole, you start going out in society and start seeing people doing transactions, and it's just everywhere you go, all this money is flowing. You can't see it, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're living in the internet. We're inside of like when we're out in public, we're connected to the internet. These phones, these devices, the cell networks, the systems that make money flow. Okay, so they're there. So when you swiping or tapping or using your phone for payments, transactions going here and there digitally and electronically. So let's say you go to the mall and you see all these people, all these human beings, and they in there, they just being consumers. They're just spending money. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I own the software that's going to eventually run all this shit. Okay. It'll start to spook you a little bit. Yes. Shout out to you, Ike. I ain't seen you in a while, Ike. Shout out to you. But imagine owning the software that's going to eventually make all these transactions in society run, and the people won't even know about it. Okay. The people not even going to know about it. For profits, you probably don't do meme coins, but Dogecoin, Mars tickers, Elon is sleeping giant, is going to pop like Shiba Inu did on Dogecoin. No, I don't do meme coins for profits, but if y'all want me to analyze any charts, y'all can send a super chat. We can take a look at it. I don't do the meme coins because I can trade. I can go into actual markets and trade. We can find pops and breakouts every day in the futures market. That's why I'm trying to merge the gap for you crypto people. Come to a environment where y'all can do this. Those things that y'all are waiting on in the meme market. That shit goes on every day in the futures market. It's way more exciting. Way more it's a better market than meme coin. So we just trying to merge that gap. Learn how to trade. Y'all sign up to the Patreon. Y'all come over here, click the link in the description. And y'all come over here, be a part of the community. I got different things for different folks. All right, so y'all click the link in the description. But I'm just kicking it right now, man. Let's see, XLM. Excuse me. But yeah, XLM currently trading at 44 cents. 44 cents. Doing similar things to XRP. Is doing similar things as HBAR. You should have been buying XLM. Who all hold? I know majority of y'all, but for y'all brand new, like SAR, do you hold XLM? If you just found out about XRP, do you know about XLM? For people like SAR, people that are brand new. Pingu, if y'all want me to, send a super chat. If y'all want me to review any markets, send a super chat. Send a super chat. Pingu, I forgot what that was. That's like that penguin token. Y'all send a super chat. If y'all into meme coins, y'all want me to analyze a meme chart, send a super chat. It could be $1. That's all that matters. But for the people like SAR Thomas, do you hold XLM? If you're brand new to crypto, you just came into it, do y'all hold things like XLM? See right quick. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. We just began the week in XLM. You can see us retracing down. Let's go down to the daily. For profit, she said, I got discouraged with trading, but now I feel rejuvenated watching you. That's because you didn't have a strategy for profits. You probably you got discouraged because you was probably reckless trading. You know what I'm saying? You probably was in there over trading more than what you should be trading. You probably didn't take time to practice. You just expected to jump in there and make money right away. And that's not how it goes. You need a mentor. Night Owl, you said go look up the patents for XRP and you'll see what XLM is. Fizzle Wiz, shout out to you, man. I got XLM just recently. Shout out to you, because now it's up in profit. For profits, I'm seeing the charts a lot better. That's because you got the guidance for profits. You got guidance. You got somebody who know what they're doing, and all you got to do is follow along. My channel is an educational channel. You've been doing that. I'm just saying, like, you've been following along, and it's being probably better explained to you what to look for. It's not random. So on the daily time frame, we got a daily what? Y'all, what is this that I'm highlighting for y'all in the chat? What is this that I'm highlighting? What is this that I'm highlighting? Yep, shout out to you, Lawrence. It's a busy buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Yep, for profits. You seeing it better for profits. You starting up for, I remember when you first came in, you wasn't calling it out, but now here you are. You done caught on real quick because you really want to learn. Shout out to you. But you can see, similar to XRP, that sell off, they took out a bunch of liquidity at below all these lows, took profit. Oh man, you said you started off in the IML. Oh, ain't it funny how that shit ain't even around no more? All those pyramid schemes, the IML academies, and join my group, the Forex community. Let me see if I can go find that meme. Wait a minute. Let me go to X. Watch this. See if I go find that meme. 1 second. Y'all familiar with Drewski, the comedian, or the social media comedian? Yeah, did a hilarious. Let me see right quick. Drewski. One second. Yeah, man, Drewski throw it off, man. He had did a Forex, a foreign exchange, and just a few years ago, here we go right here. The Forex members in a coat. Let me see right quick. See if I can pull this up. This how it was a few years ago. When I first got into trading, I was lucky that I didn't have to go through none of this, but so many people fell for this. 1 second, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up right quick. See if I can get some audio. This how it was a few years ago. This how it was a few years ago.
Chase the charts, not the money. Chase the charts, not the money. Only progressive conversations. Only progressive conversations. You got a new P700 member, right?
One person getting all the profits. One person getting all the profits. Social media was going crazy.
So, what does this P700 really mean? Tell me about it, man. You just keep bringing more people. Right?
Bring more people.
It's better for you to meet everybody. We need more people. It's not about charts and all that bullshit. You want one of these, right? Yeah, I need it. That's what I said. Hey,
You want one of them, huh? That's how it was. It's coming back around though with the crypto people.
You open the door. Listen, bro. Ain't nobody leaving. Nobody's leaving until we get 10 calls. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving. Nobody is leaving until you make 10 calls.
Boy, it was crazy. Hey, it was a crazy. You had to be there. Some of y'all probably didn't witness it. Man, I'm glad I avoided all that. I actually learned how to trade. So for the person that said I started in IML, that was the IML journey right there. And I want to believe that was Donald Trump's first term when all this was going on. Everybody was gurus, join my community. It was almost you working for commission. Nobody knew how to trade. All you had to do was look the part, put on the app. First of all, where are these people now? Okay, where are these same people now to this day? All right, man, that's so insane, bro. But you had a. This is how long I've been into trading. Okay, this same exact thing is going to happen when these crypto influencers start to get wealthy, and they're already kind of doing it now, but it's going to happen. All right, when these influencers blow up, they're going to be like, join my community for $5,000 a month type shit. It's going to be crazy, man. It's definitely going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy out here. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, it's already started, man, but definitely you really got to have discernment. You got to be aware, you know what I'm saying? You got to be your own man or your own woman, okay? You can't just be falling for anything out here. Be independent as well. So don't feel the need to be a part of any groups, any association. If y'all in my Patreon, I'll let y'all, I'm just here to teach y'all analysis. I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do, how to do it. I'm just here to teach technical analysis, because all those people had to do was actually learn the skill, but they wanted to be a part of a team and a part of a community. All right, that's what people getting. That's why I tell y'all now, I ain't a part of no XRP army. Hell, I ain't no Bitcoin maxi. I ain't a part of no XRP army. I'm just an investor and I'm a trader. Okay, I'm a man of God, and I just want to do better in my life and my family life. That's all that matters. I'm trying to live life. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I ain't trying to be a part of no community that feels like a cult. Shout out to you, for profits. Ike, you said I'm about to start my own bank. Shout out to you, Ike. Lawrence, word, for profits. I made $300 a month, but didn't know how to trade. That's what I'm saying. $300 a month, didn't know how to trade. Night Owl, freedom, yes. Be your own man, be your own woman. Don't let nobody ever dictate you in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to use critical thinking and think for yourself before you make any decisions. And seeing that shit, Drewski funny as hell for that, because that was a real thing. Y'all had to be here. You would have seen it all on YouTube if you was trying to learn how to trade. So many people that really wanted to learn how to trade fell for the IML Academy shit. All right, it was a multi-layer marketing scheme, and it was so many people running them, and so many people were just falling for them because people wanted extra money. This was before the stimmy checks hit. I remember. This was before them stimulus checks went out. So people was all trying to, everybody was trying to be rich influencers. All right. Everybody was trying to fake in this, act like they got it. And me, I was like, man, I don't want none of that shit. I want to learn how to do this for real. And 5-6 years later, it's paying off. All those people are gone. They're no longer here. All right. Just like no offense to the person that said they fell for it and they sold their crypto. No offense to you. But so many people fell victim to that. What's up, GR? Shout out to you. For profits. Crypto allows you to become your own bank. Yep, for now, until we see how they regulate that shit. So again, y'all, I think for the people that's into DeFi, all right, for the people that's into DeFi right now, be cautious because we don't have no regulations. And then when they do regulate it, it's not going to be in the benefit how y'all think it's going to be. It's going to still be centralized. DeFi is going to be CeFi, all right? So I'm telling y'all now, just wait and see. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. DeFi is going to be CeFi, centralized finance, because they're going to regulate the hell out of it. So there might be some aspects of you having some control of your finances that we never seen before, but being this almighty bank and whatnot, nah, I don't know. It's possible though. I don't know. Shout out to you, Red Pill Awakening. Yes, we need classification. We're going to get classification and then regulation. And when they regulate it, you already know they're going to regulate it to their benefit. All right. The centralized banks, the centralized system is going to use decentralized finance for their businesses. All right. So I got to tap in. TZ, my vision is setting up at least the next 2 generations after me. That's a great goal to have, TZ. Me too. Shit, me too. But you got to set it up to where they don't fuck it up. Okay. So of course you don't know what the next 2 generations are going to do, but you can definitely set that up to where the people after them, it continues to go after them. So, cause you don't know how your kids going to set it. You don't know if your kids want to have ambition. They're not going to have the same drive as you. They're not going to want to be just like you. So you don't know how the next generations are going. Appreciate that Red Pill Awakening. Yeah, you got to keep them around you. You got to show them money. You got to show them experiences. You got to give them life lessons, so they can definitely be prepared in the mind. You think they'll ban retail ownership of XRP? No, I don't. Because if they was going to do it, they would have did it already. If they was going to do it, they was going to do it already. It's just going to be so rare. We're just going to, the people that actually hold on, because like I was saying earlier, some people going to be at 20. Some people going to sell out at 100. Everybody ain't going to make it to $1,000. I hope y'all know that, right? Especially people that got a significant amount, but people that don't have a lot. So for the people that just coming in and it takes $8,100 just to get 2,500 XRP, those people might not have the conviction to hold to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Hold for 10,000. All right. So, because those people most likely going to need right now capital. One second. All right, let's go back down to the 15-minute time frame. XRP already traded through this 15-minute BTC. Now it's an inversion if we trade back through it, but we shall see. Right now, its price is high resistance. Red Pill Awakening, you said, I like when you go over the news. You already did that, boss. Yeah, we went over. I didn't have much news today, but I covered some headlines, some things that we can expect coming up in the upcoming days and weeks. So I went over that already. We just waiting on regulations and law. Okay, we waiting on some other things like Fannie Mae and Fred Mac or whatever with the real estate. And we were just waiting on some things. Like I said, we got a light news week for today, and we're coming to the end of the month, but anything can happen in the short term. So we right there knocking at the door. We don't have too much time left as far as what we need to get done in the news. Eventually, like I read earlier, that the institutions are here. You know what I'm saying? Their appetite because of certain laws that are already passed, like the Genius Bill that has passed into law. So institutions are able to play ball. Institutions are ready to play ball, and they can start implementing certain things because it's in law now. Yeah, for profits, we got 3 types of fair value gaps. We got BTC, SIBI, and inversion fair value gaps. Inversion. Mark Brown, he said, tariff news today, deal with the EU and other 90-day pause with China. Honestly, I done forgot about the tariff news, but it's still relevant. It still has impact on society. So that's good information. Red Pill. Okay, cool. There are a lot of current events that are relatable. Like when you said that they lied to us, like that Indian dude oh man. Now, if y'all notice, that's funny. So before I got monetized, y'all do realize I was kind of wild. I was kind of wilding out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some of my videos ain't getting monetized. Like when I was covering the World War III stuff, YouTube don't want us. They don't want us talking about that. They don't want us talking about Syria. They don't want us talking about Israel and Palestine. They don't want us talking about that. They already sent me the notice. Trust me. And I don't know. So I pretty much, if you notice lately, I've been sticking mainly to the TA part of things. I'm gonna try not to get too controversial because I wasn't monetized. I didn't even think I was gonna get monetized. I just started, start growing. So I was just, fuck it. I could talk about whatever, but no, I'm starting to see, okay, you gotta be cautious on what you're doing on YouTube because now you're monetized. Hell yeah, I might, yeah. But I definitely, you know, I was willing to go in, like anything relatable in society, as far as economic and geopolitical. I was gonna talk about it, but now I kind of, all of that stuff is still relevant. So I just gotta walk the thin line. Gotta walk the thin line. Oh yeah, they always watching. Always watching. Y'all in the chat. Y'all in the chat. What is this candle right here? You see this down closed candle right here? What is that right there? Also, you can use this as well. You can use this as well on the 15-minute time frame. But what is this candle right here? Say you like Rumble. And that's another thing. If y'all know, I signed up for Twitch. All right. I signed up for Twitch, but then I realized, nah, Twitch ain't for me. Like Twitch, there's not a lot of financial literate people on Twitch. YouTube is probably the best platform for financial literacy. I'm gonna say that because that's technically what I'm doing over here. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm giving you skills over here on my channel to apply for your own financial success. All right. So going to Twitch and going to Rumble, those platforms are for, I'm not that. Y'all don't get me confused. I want to talk about that stuff, but that's not what I do. I mainly stick to this right here. I'm gonna keep it real narrow, real refined. Okay. We're going to be focusing on skill over here. Skill. Fuck all the other stuff. We trying to put money in people's pockets. We trying to feed families. We trying to, you know what I'm saying? We trying to give back. We're trying to just feed families. We're trying to feed ourselves. We're trying to handle business. We're trying to grow businesses. So that's pretty much what we got to focus on over here. I want to talk about all those other things. I want to talk about all the relevant things. I want to talk about crazy shit, but I gotta be professional over here. We gotta handle business. So when you're watching me, just think business. Let's get to this business like a true boss. For profits. It was for gamers. Okay. Now there's something called IRL. So for you older people that want to kind of keep staying tuned to what's going on, Twitch is now about IRL, or Twitch is it's a streaming platform. If you look at my description, I got a link for Twitch. Well, I got a Twitch account, but it's for our IRL in real life. That's what it stands for. IRL in real life, where people are just streaming all day. Streaming, I'm talking about in the real world streaming. People walking around with camera crews and shit now. All right. So people are just streaming their daily lives, and it's a bunch of young people. And young people ain't trying to invest their money. They just want clout, fame, and attention. So Gen Z, that generation is thrown off. I'm just sorry. I'm a millennial. And the generations under me, I cannot relate to them. So I can only imagine how y'all older generations feel. Yeah, we over here gonna handle business on this channel. All right, we gonna definitely handle business. We gonna help y'all get this skill set. So YouTube is the best place for that. There's no other social media platforms that are good for just financial education. YouTube is the best place to get financial education, just to better yourself, in my honest opinion. Y'all can agree or disagree. Y'all let me know in the chat. What's another platform that's best for, where do y'all go for y'all financial education when y'all want to just sit back and learn something financially? I go to YouTube. If you go to Rumble, you're going to be on Rumble looking for the hot topics that can't be discussed out in public. All right. But I ain't covering that. We going to get to this money over here. Red Pill. Mark, you said YouTube is the best. Hell yeah. 1987 here. Millennial too. We questioning everything. That's what I'm saying. We just different. Us millennials are a little bit different. I cannot relate to the Twitch community. I will go over there, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me do this right quick. I got a Twitch account. If y'all don't know about Twitch, it's interesting. All right. Them people don't sleep over there. It's an interesting platform. Then they got another one called Kick. But I tried to migrate over there. I said, nah, that ain't, I don't need to be over there. All right. Because they're not going to relate to what I got going on. Them people over there can't relate to this. I honestly think they not ready for this. Go to Twitch. Pull this up right quick. This is my Twitch account. which I'm not even on there. Don't expect me being over here because I figured out I don't want to be over here. But if you come to Twitch, all right, you go to browse. Let's go to browse. And yes, it originally was for gamers, okay? Twitch was originally for gamers, people that like to game and record games. But do you see this right here? IRL, that stands for in real life, all right? In real life, you're gonna select that. And it's streamers all day. I'm talking about these people are becoming famous. Y'all should know about Casanet, you know what I'm saying? He's a huge streamer. These kids are making millions of, well, some of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, they're making millions of dollars, and all they're doing is streaming all day. All right, just a bunch of people streaming all day. And I was like, well, shit. And it's really like they really don't have nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? All kind of people on here streaming all day, streaming. And I said, nah, we got some crypto, because clearly, look, crypto and stocks. But the audience isn't YouTube, okay? The audience over there is not like YouTube. All right, so it's not a lot of, it's a small void for this. Maybe I can go fill in that gap over there, but the platform gives me a headache. I'm not into this. I'm not into this. That's just me personally. All right, but you can see the top streamers, you know what I'm saying? They over here with 31,000 people watching right now. 31,000 people watching, okay? That's insane. 22,000 people watching. Insane. But I digress. Let's come back to the charts. I'm going to keep to YouTube. So shout out to YouTube. YouTube is still king, in my honest opinion. YouTube is still king. It's still Google. YouTube make the most money. Ain't nobody outdoing Google, okay? So we're going to be over here on YouTube. And if you work it and you do it properly, YouTube is going to reward you. Mark Brown, you said that's weird and a waste of life. Now, some people have monetized it, Mark. I can't knock them if they monetized it, but it's still weird because, especially for us in here, we not trying to be streaming all day. We trying to be private people. We trying to get to this money. We trying to have a life balance, and we trying to be low key, okay? So we ain't got time to be streaming, showing every aspect of our life. Them people over there be doing 12-hour streams, okay? 12-hour streams. I don't have time for that. Sitting here right now, I'm tired of doing this stream now. It's been like, how long has it been? It's been 2 hours and some change. Once I hit that 3-hour mark, I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm getting tired. But them over there, they will do 12-hour streams. Some of them people over there fall asleep on the streams. Oh yeah, I'm staying on YouTube. I'm staying over YouTube because my analytics show that the older crowd over here, there's an older community over here, and I'd rather vibe with y'all because y'all are more mature. You know what I'm saying? We're more logical, we're more sensible. Let me see if I can pull up my analytics just to give y'all an idea. I don't mind showing this neither. I'm just transparent, being transparent, understanding who I'm talking to as a community. You said and get paid for it. What you talking about, Daryl? You talking about staying on YouTube and getting paid for it, or going to Twitch? Let me see right quick. But right now, the markets are just chilling, y'all. The markets are just chilling. It's Sunday. It really ain't much to talk about. I can review other markets. All right, let me pull this up. All right, look at my community as far as my analytics. All right, these are my analytics. So let's focus on right here. You see over here on the left, we got viewer age. So the 13 to 17-year-olds, of course, they're not going to be into financial education. But how do we bridge this gap right here? I always ask this question. How do we get more 13? And it's naturally they're not going to do it because I remember being 13 to 17. Money was not a thing to me. So don't try to force it on them. But there's a rare percentage of kids up in here that's 13 to 17 that wants to learn financial literacy, learn how to, this skill set right here, small percentage of people. And then we get to the 18 to 24-year-olds. So 18 to 24, okay, still not concerned, they're out partying. So everybody over there on Twitch, they're 18 to 24, all right? Some older, but they're not thinking about investing in crypto, learning how to trade, saving money. being financially literate. They're not into it. See that? Let me see. Scroll over. Yeah. So 1% of my channel makes up 18 to 24 year olds. The next tier up will be, 25 to 34. So just remember where you was when you was at this age. All right. What was you doing when you was at 18 to 24? Was you trying to invest? Some of y'all was, and shout out to y'all that was 18 starting investing. I wish I could have. All right. But that's just not how life works. We're young. We trying to get out in the world for the first time. And we got to learn hard mistakes. And then 25 to 34 year olds, all right? That's when you starting to like make your mistakes and you trying to like, you still balancing life. You're making mistakes. You're trying to do good, but it's majority mistakes and still trying to figure life out. But that makes up a small percentage of my subscribers, all right? About 16%. First of all, 94% of my channel is male. So shout out to all the men up in here. It's 94% male dominant. And then I'm starting to grow with the females. Shout out to the females that's watching. And if you watching, please subscribe. But I got 5.2% females that watch me. It was like 1%, but now they're growing. More females are interested in this. Let me read the chat. Lenny, you said, damn, I'm calling you old. No, Lenny. I prefer the older community, Lenny. I prefer y'all. All right, y'all relate more to me, okay? I can't relate with these young people. I cannot relate with them. I got older parents, okay? I got older parents, so I got an older spirit. Let me see. Daryl, you said I was just saying, and they get paid for it. Okay, I got you, Daryl. At least I'm not in the last bucket. I was talking like live fire, Daryl. It also helps if you grow up around people who expose you to this type of stuff. Yep. And I'm trying to bridge the gap. In Daryl, in the age of the internet, there's no more excuses, okay? There's no more excuses. It's more accessible than ever before to get information right now. Arthur Crypto, shout out to you. Yaya, I'm part of the 5%. Okay, shout out to you, Arthur Crypto. Or Yaya, shout out to you. So, my largest crowd is the age. My largest crowd is between the age of 35 and 44. Okay, 35 and 44, because I'm in that class, in that group right there, the 35 and 44 group. All right, I just crossed over, by the way. I just crossed over. I was in the 25, 34 community, but I just crossed over. I ain't telling you my age, but I just crossed over. But I'm more relatable to the 35 and 44 the 35 and 44 group. All right. We're at peak earnings. We got it together. We done changed. We're no longer 20. All right. We done changed. We're more mature. We see life differently. And now we're trying to invest. We're trying to learn new skills. We're trying to earn high income right up in this small window right here. And that percentage is mainly males, 32% male, 1.7% female. And then the next largest group up in here is 45 to 54. Y'all done made y'all earnings, and now y'all trying to take it to the next level, okay? Y'all trying to hit that retirement so you don't have to work to 65, 68, 70. You trying to get out of there now, okay? So y'all are definitely up in here, the 45 to 54-year-old groups. And then I got the 55, 64. Y'all made y'all career earnings, and y'all pretty much want that extra comfortability. You know what I'm saying? You want that more comfort at this age where you know made your peak earnings, but damn it, if I can get rich at this age holding XRP, and I have my retirement, and I have all these my, you know what I'm saying, all my things, I got my CDs and my 401ks, God damn it, anything extra is going to help me live comfortably. And in a 65 plus year old group, I'm assuming y'all got that money already. I'm just assuming it's 3.4% male. Y'all already got money. Y'all situated, and now y'all just, you know, icing on the cake. Goddamn it, icing on the cake. Let me see right quick. Always plug. You said 33. Appreciate it, OL. Mark, I'm 51, not young anymore. You still young. You ain't 65, Mark. You 65. You ain't 65. Arthur, boss, I think I represent your entire 1% female over 55. And that is very well possible, Arthur. That's very well possible. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed to show y'all this. I'm just showing y'all my growth. Occasionally I'll do this just to show y'all who's up in here. But look at this, okay? Shout out to all the women. I'm trying to get like 20% women up in here, but it's all good. Shout out to all the men, 94%, because y'all understand. Men tend to understand the mission, all right? And we need to get those women to stop consuming so much. And imagine the male and the female both creating wealth in the family unit, because you already know that's what they don't want that no more in society. They don't want us to have family unit. That would definitely bridge the gap between these 18 to 24 year olds and the 13 to 17 year olds. That would definitely bridge the gap between all of us. I mean, if we worked as a family, but you know, in this society, in American society, it's so many traps being laid. So I can't tell y'all what to do in your relationships. I'm not that. I'm not no relationship expert. But shout out to y'all. This is my subscriber base right here. All of this. And then, wait. We got some unspecified humans up in here. So I don't know if it's the aliens. I don't know if it's the others. You know what I'm saying? But I need some people to identify. Some people haven't identified. So I'm gonna need some people to identify. And that makes up like 0.7%. And they in the 55 to 64% tier. Red Pill Awakening. I'm 37. I'm old as cheese. Boss, I looked at my wife and said, see, stop consuming. I hope I don't get in trouble. Hey, I'm not trying to get you in trouble neither. So I'm a refrain from saying anything appropriate. Shout out to your wife though. Hopefully if she listening, hopefully I ain't being disrespectful. But look, check it out. XRP, retrace it down to the order block. It uses it as support. All right, it uses it as support. This opening price of this candle. Or you could have used the 15-minute BTC right here, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. And now price is starting to move higher. And let's see if it sustains. Okay, let's see if it wants to sustain. But shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. My community is growing fast. Appreciate it. It's good to see the analytics. I don't know how Twitch over there works. It's too much of a headache over there. Twitch and Kick and Rumble and whatever. YouTube is where it's at. As long as you can stay in compliance. She says she sees eye to eye with you. You speak truth always. Appreciate it, Red Pill. Appreciate it. So anything y'all want me to review, send a super chat. Or if anything that's a major, if y'all want me to review a major, y'all let me know in the chat. We will review it, then we'll get up out of here. I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. Again, it's Sunday. Let's zoom out right quick. XRP, I'm bullish on the week. So let me go out to the weekly. It's 50-50 to be honest. It's 50-50. But I'm gonna be bullish. Y'all, okay, let's get a bias. Let's get a quick bias in the chat. Y'all in the chat, what do y'all want to see this week as far as liquidity grab? What's your bias? Do we want to come up this week and take out previous week's highs? Or do we want to come down, take out the lows, and then drop down into this weekly fair value gap? What do y'all see in price? Some of us want to see price continue to move higher because we're getting richer. And then some of y'all who are kind of late, you better hope it drops down lower so that you can be a buyer at a discount. I'm not familiar with Antonio. I'm not familiar with that. Like I said, if y'all new to my channel, if y'all want me to review something, please send a super chat. It could be $1, and we're gonna break it down. I'm not familiar with that though. Oh well, you said volatile week. I think we see 280. 280. Come back down. Let's look at the fair value gap right quick. The top of the fair value gap will be 280. See that? The top of the weekly fair value gap will be $2.80. All right. So that's your 280. If we drop down to 280, we're going to come down and take out the liquidity. I mean, we're going to come down, take out some liquidity and drop down to the fair value gap. But yes, we got a busy week. All right. Y'all that are in the Patreon, if you brand new and you just joined the Patreon, in the Discord, give yourself a week to get acclimated. This is also going to be a hectic week. So make sure you're watching the tutorials that I have inside of the Patreon. And you need to set up your broker accounts. You need to set up your, get you a live trading account and a demo account, and just let yourself settle in to see the process. All right. It's definitely a process. It's a mentorship. It's not just signals. It's a mentorship. So I'm coaching y'all every week, but y'all that are in the Discord, in the Patreon, set up your charts. Hopefully you did that already this week. Set them up and let's be prepared going into tomorrow for the market open in the NASDAQ, the S&P. All right. So y'all prepare yourself. We do this every weekend. So on Monday, we don't have to do all this. We don't have to rush. You can be at work as long as you can save your charts. You don't have to rush. You can be at work. You can glance, peek at the charts from your phone. If you got access to a computer at work, you can glance at the markets, etc. You said at 280, you'll be backing up the truck. Y'all have at it. Shit, I encourage that. But remember, you seen it here first. So if we drop, so it's pretty much a 50-50 flip. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a 50-50 flip this week. We can go higher, we can go lower, but they're setting up the trap. What they did was they engineered liquidity on both sides of the market. All right. So they have liquidity resting above the market and they got liquidity resting below the market. We just gotta see how the week plays out. See how the week plays out early in the week. All right. Identify where the previous week's highs and lows are. I already got that highlighted. You see the blue trend lines above the market, buy side liquidity. The trend lines below the market, sell side liquidity. So we already know 90% of where price can potentially reach for by just simply identifying where the liquidity pools are, which are the pending orders in the market. Then they send it in August. What if they send it now and can continue to send it in August? I prefer that. Optimist, you said buying dips. Yeah, my appetite right now for XRP is not there. You know what I'm saying? I'm full. I have no more appetite for XRP. None. Finito. Y'all got any questions? I'm going to be bullish for the week. I'm going to say I'm bullish for the week. I want to see price lead the discount and start the rally higher. If not, I can be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. That's the difference. I'm not over here being no ego. I ain't no ego type person. If I'm wrong, I already know where price is going to want to go, down to discount. But I want to see price rally out the gate this week, start moving higher, and I want to see us come up and come visit all-time highs again. I have right now, because prices are in a premium, red pill awakening right now. I don't see many discounts right now for me, because if you don't know, I like to be precise. I like precision. So I wait. I'm patient enough to buy at a discount. So right now, there's nothing that I like right now that is at a clean discount. All right. Nothing that I really like that's at a clean discount. XRP is at a premium. XLM is at a premium. All those at 44 cents. I was buying it at 19, 20 cents. All right. But now it's at 44 cents. There's a small little window right now that you can purchase it, but it's still at an opportunity. It just depends. XDC at 8 pennies. HBAR is at a premium. I was buying it down at 12 cents. Now it's at 28 cents. Bitcoin, don't even consider it. Ethereum. Let's go look at Ethereum right quick. Look at Ethereum, y'all. Just out of nowhere. Institutional sponsorship, okay? I thought Ethereum was done with. Not as far as or going to zero. I was just thinking like, damn, they really flooded liquidity into Ethereum real quick. And Ethereum is about to come up and take its all-time high out of nowhere, okay? That's because the institutions been in it. They've been in it for the longest. And they was probably trying to get people up out of it. They trying to own the whole network, okay? Institutions trying to own the network. They already own it, but they trying to get retail up out of the Ethereum. But you can see it drop down. This is a 3-month time frame. It dropped down to discount. You should have been buying it at 1,200. I just can't wait for XRP to get to these levels, and it will. But it's just like Ethereum, Bitcoin, it's like effortlessly going up thousands of percentages, okay? And that's because it's flooded with institutional capital. But we rally higher from discount, and now we're pushing higher, and we got a bunch of liquidity resting above the market. A whole bunch of liquidity resting above the market. And they purchased at a discount. Now it's rallying to a premium, and it's currently at 3,800, pushing towards $4,000. All right, that's Ethereum. I keep up with IOTA. I keep up with Cardano. As you can see on this chart right here, I got, let's go to the other one. Yes, I keep up with them. Am I heavily invested in them? No, I'm not. But I definitely keep up with them. I'm aware of them 100%. IOTA, here we are right here, IOTA. The Internet of Things, okay? That's just to confirm that I know what I'm talking about. I know about it. The Internet of Things, right now, IOTA is at 21 cents. All right. It's right there at the cusp of a discount. Right there at a discount. Let me go to the 3-month. It's lacking institutional sponsorship. So there's no institutional volume coming into this now. And like I said, these are one of those ghost chains that's going to blow up here in the next few years. All right. Because in the next few years, that's when we anticipate the Internet of Things to start to come to life in real life. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to need IOTA for those things. But right now we're building the infrastructure to get us there. So still at a discount. All right. 21 cents IOTA, 21 cents at a BTC fair value gap. It's at a discount. So if that was ever a signal, if you was interested in it, there goes a signal. And then later down the road, when we refer to it, I'm going to be like, didn't I tell y'all IOTA was at a discount? Can't tell you what to do financially, but there it is right there at a discount. I don't know what y'all gonna do with that information, but don't act like I didn't tell you. And then what else? Cardano, yes, I keep up with Cardano as well. Here we go right here, Cardano. Looking very similar to IOTA. But you can see right here, same exact function in price. Because price is algorithmic, it repeats over and over again. This is a monthly time frame. Cardano is trading at 83 cents. So from this swing high, up to that swing low, oh, it's not at a discount. Now it's running at a premium. Now you can chase it, but me, I want to buy inside of the gap. I want to be buying when price goes down. All right. I want to be a buyer when price goes down. I don't want to be a buyer when price is going up. Then you will be considered chasing price. So you want to be a buyer when price is going down into the discount. So you could have been buying it at 57 cents. You could have got some of it at 53 cents, but now it's at 83 cents. That's a drastic difference. All right. So you kind of missed that train, but some of y'all are chasers. Okay. Some of y'all going to chase price. Don't matter what you don't care. You're going to dollar cost average. And when you learn this skill set, you're going to learn that dollar cost averaging is going to hurt you. I can't convince you of that. Some of y'all have done well doing that as well. But once you learn this skill set, you want precision. You want precision. So that's that as well. Anything else before I get up out of here, man? Anything else? Definitely appreciate y'all joining. Make sure y'all click the link in the description for the Patreon. If y'all want to be members, sign up to the Patreon. I got different things for different people. If you're somebody who want to learn the fundamentals and basics of technical analysis, I got beginner lessons. You can also include the pro lessons. I got a mentorship / signal service. And we just slowly growing it. I'm trying to build a community of like kind of wealthy individuals that want to obtain the skill of trading. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all going to be wealthy in digital assets. And then once y'all get that money, once y'all get that wealth, a great avenue to go down is to learn how to trade the financial markets. All right. Learning how to trade the financial markets. It's low overhead. It's also, you can operate as a business. What's up, Gabrielle? You kind of late, Gabrielle, but guess what? You can watch the replay or you can see us in the Patreon. Shout out to you. You're in the Patreon. The Discord. We can chat it up in the Discord, but definitely go back and rewatch it. How long have I been on? Been on for a few hours. But I got 42 people in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed before I get up out of here. If you're in here right now, you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Still trying to grow. I definitely appreciate everybody joining. Shout out to y'all that's in the back in the bushes. Okay, I see y'all. Well, I don't see y'all, but I know y'all there. Okay, shout out to y'all in the back of the bushes. It's okay. Y'all can pop out every now and then and say hello, introduce yourself. I don't bite. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bite you. Just come out and introduce yourself. You said you was on a personal call. It's all good. Go check XRP again. All right, let's check XRP again. Let me see right quick. Oh, good call, Lenny. Lenny, you be on point. You be on price like white on rice. Okay. Daryl, yeah, people in the back of the bushes, Daryl. So look at the PD arrays working, doing what they do. Let's go down to the 15-minute. And let's see if this sustains itself. What time is it? 10:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know I got to get ready for the trading day. I haven't set up my charts just yet, Lenny. But here we are right here. XRP on the move. XRP on the move. High resistance conditions. Y'all see all this back and forth, retracing, expanding, high resistance. Hopefully it starts to break. All right. We're aiming for this high right here. But if we start moving higher, let me zoom out. If we start pushing higher, where can we possibly go? That's a nice expansion candle. If we start moving higher, we want to see it reach up for this SIBI right here. You see that? That could be a target. If we were day trading in the markets, that would be a target right there. You see that? That SIBI. This is a 1 hour SIBI. Let's see if we want to expand higher. So before we get up there, we're gonna probably touch the top of the daily fair value gap. And then if we leave the daily fair value gap up here in this region, y'all check them portfolios. What's up, Jay Manson? Y'all definitely check them portfolios. Oh, nice expansion. We, like I said, we might, for y'all that pick, we gonna see. I pick bullish this week. Go out to the daily. Yep. Start leaving this. Start leaving this. $51 people in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe now. Subscribe. We on the road to 2,000 up here. Why not? On the road to 2K subscribers. It's been an interesting journey so far. And if y'all just joining, yes, I already went over how we get to $20. All right, we already went over how we can get to $20. All right, any more questions before I get up out of here? XRP looking good though. All right, XRP looking good. I might let this run. I'm about to head up out of here though. So I might let this run for now. But I gotta end it shortly because I gotta use this computer for some business. But I'm gonna let it run for now. All right, so like I said, if y'all ain't got in the Patreon yet, y'all sign up to the Patreon, trying to grow it. It's a nice community. Got some good services going on. Y'all click the link in the description. But I definitely appreciate y'all joining on this Sunday. I gotta get locked in for the week. XRP looking good. I'm gonna let it run for now though, y'all. I'm gonna let it run. So y'all definitely tap in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right. One second. All right, y'all enjoy y'all week, man. Y'all be productive. Y'all hold it down. I'm gonna let this run. Okay, XRP on the move. We got some institutional sponsorship. Right now, so I'm gonna let it run. God bless y'all. Shout out to you, Red Pill. All right, I'm gonna check y'all out.